I do call him Black Jesus.
Definitely.
Yep.
But I would never call him that.
That's disgusting. If you eat,
No.
if you eat Hershey's bar for fun, you like golf balls in your mouth.
Really weird. So, I'm a really simple guy when it comes to women. What is wrong with you?
I ask myself that every day.
I don't know what the hell happened from the series before to the series with the Celtics.
It's my biggest conversation, and I hope we go viral with this one.
Princess no frog.
You're drunk. You should not be drinking. Drunk. You should not be drinking this early in the day, bro.
Buddy, I still got 30 minutes. I start drinking.
Good evening, morning, afternoon, St. Patrick's Day. Welcome into your favorite podcast, the best podcast, your favorite show, Gumball Sports Machine, the show in which we love, we laugh, we hug, we cry, we smile, and most importantly, we are positive. I am your host, Jamal Gumo, a.k.a. Gumball, a.k.a. Mr. You Know Gumo, and I am joined by my dog, my boy, David Largo, a.k.a. co-host D-Lo, a.k.a. Flip Say Less. D-Lo, how are you feeling tonight, sir?
Man, I'm here. If y'all see me distracted, I just want y'all to know I'm in the middle of writing a 4-page paper that is due tonight. So,
what's it about?
Just a heads up. Exercise considerations for individuals with dementia. Yeah.
Yep, nothing funny there. Let's move on. And then, of course, we are also joined by our expert when it comes to basketball and football. The man we like to call Killa, the analyzer. Kyson has arrived in the building with his Boston Green St. Patrick's Day jersey. Kyson, you've come prepared for St. Patrick's Day. How are you feeling tonight?
Listen, I'm feeling good, and let's just set the record straight, right? It's St. Patrick's Day. You feel me? It's Kemba Walker. You feel me? I do not support Boston in any way.
Well, it is St. Patrick's Day. Now your support for the Celtics, I'm still teetering with. So I don't know. You look very passionate about that jersey there, guys. So
it's just Kemba Walker, bro.
It's okay. Everybody, listen. Nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. But, we're still going to accept you. We're still going to love you. But, just a little less with the Celtics jersey. You know what I mean? We already have one of those.
Shout out Tone, man. He'll be proud of me, but this ain't for you, Tone.
Tone will be joining us here in a little bit. But for now, fellas, we've had some NFL news that we have not been able to talk about. So let's get to that NFL news. Kyler Murray has left the Arizona Cardinals, became a free agent, and is now a part of the Minnesota Vikings. Kyler goes and joins Kevin O'Connell, Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, and company in that offense of what could be elite if Kyler lives up to his potential and his talent. So hopefully we see him succeed. But, I mean, Kyson, when you look at Kyler and what he did with Arizona, right, the number 1 overall pick, Heisman winner, rookie of the year, multiple-time Pro Bowler. Do you think he could have success elsewhere, like a Minnesota, where he has a bunch of weapons and a offensive-minded head coach like Kevin O'Connell to try and really lead the way and help him live up to the talent that he's been able to show so far?
Absolutely. I think this was the best spot Kyle Murray could have possibly went a team that's saying, "Hey, we believe in you." We're going to give you a shot against our rookie, our second year quarterback, JJ McCarthy, going into his third year. We're going to give you a legit shot, and we think you can be the piece that we've been missing. And the thing about the Minnesota Vikings, they've had a Sam Darnold, they've had Daniel Jones, they've had guys that came through as Kyler Murray is coming through and just needed a second chance. And we see both of those guys get lucrative deals this summer and have pretty productive seasons this past season. With that being said, Kyler Murray does have a different archetype from those guys, but I'm completely confident in Kevin O'Connell and scheming Kyler and making sure he can make those throws, make those reads that he needs to make to Justin Jefferson, to Jordan Addison. And to Kyler's case, he's never had two receivers this good, in my opinion, in the NFL. DeAndre Hopkins was a hell of a receiver, no doubt, when he went to the Arizona Cardinals, but he's not Justin Jefferson right now. And that's no knock to D Hop, but Justin Jefferson is just a top two, top three receiver. And Kyler Murray has no excuses. He has to get it done. And I'm pretty confident that him and Kevin O'Connell will figure out a way. My question to y'all is JJ McCarthy. Um, Stunk it up last year. He had. Can you really say he had a good game last year? I mean, it was pretty rough for him. Um, this is it's do or die. They're
Yeah.
bringing in a guy. Now, obviously, he's on a vet minimum. He's still getting paid by Arizona, but they're bringing in a guy to challenge you. So it should be very interesting. But if you ask me, I think the job's Kyler's coming in.
Yeah, and JJ McCarthy, I think his situation is very interesting, especially based on where he was drafted and how long he's been in the league. And this would be year three. So, I mean, this would be a prove it year for JJ McCarthy to go out and get that contract. But I don't know if he's going to get that opportunity unless Kyler Murray gets hurt. Because to your point, Kyson, Kyler Murray, I think, is QB1 as of right now. And, barring anything crazy happening. D'Lo, you've seen, Kyson mentioned Sam Darnold. We've seen guys go to Kevin O'Connell and rejuvenate their career. Sam Darnold obviously going there and winning 14 games and then going on to Seattle and then winning a Super Bowl after another 14-win season. Can Kyler Murray have a year like that? Can he go to Kevin O'Connell and win 14 games and get to the playoffs and have an opportunity to win it all and become a true contender? Or is that ceiling just a little bit too high for Kyler Murray? No pun intended.
He is my height, y'all, by the way.
Little
I
cheap
just want to put
shot in
that
there.
out there.
Little kidney jab.
Hey, he is my height. I just want to put that out there.
Oh, well, you know what, Kyson? No,
I'm
no
short.
offense. No offense to you. Short
All right.
kings. Short kings. Short kings.
Not you. You tall as hell.
I was hoping that. All right. Oh man, I got caught in a little awkward situation there.
And for all the viewers, I just want everyone to know Jamal is 6 feet tall.
No. See, there you go. I'm taller than that.
Exactly. See, he's trying to whoa. You trying to short me?
Jamal is actually 5'11".
I see. There you go. See, there you go. And God don't like liars. God don't like liars, D'Lo. You know that.
Yeah, but I ask for forgiveness on Sunday. It's fine.
Yeah, well, like that.
No, I honestly, I'm not convinced. And I'm not even going to lie. I don't even know if he'll beat out JJ McCarthy for that starting spot. For me, this move is okay, let's see what you can do. And I don't think that they've fully given up on JJ McCarthy either. Because again, we've seen it where quarterbacks get 1 year and they stink it up and then they go somewhere else and then they play like they're expected to. We've seen it happen before. And so if you're in Minnesota, I don't think that you can just give up on JJ McCarthy in 1 year. So everyone is, coming in saying Kyler is going to be QB1 no matter what. But I think if you're Minnesota, you're going to make him prove that in training camp. And Kyler hasn't played a majority of last year. And so there might be some rust going into training camp, and he might actually lose that spot depending on how training camp goes. So I'm not convinced that this is just 100% Kyler's team immediately. But with that said, I do think that Kyler, if he does get this starting role, will he have the success? I don't know, maybe. It's kind of hard to fail when you have Justin Jefferson. Um, But with that said, I don't know if Kyler can overcome the knacks that he's already had on his career. Mainly, we were joking about it earlier, but his height. I don't know if he can overcome that. And Kevin O'Connell or not, Justin Jefferson or not, it's still going to be an issue. And so I don't know if that is enough to get him over the hump of mediocrity that he's in. So I don't know. I'm just not convinced until I see it.
The thing with Kyler is I think this will be his best opportunity to try and rebuild his value of his career. I think this is a do or die year for Kyler Murray, because if he doesn't get it done this year, I don't know if there will be another team that will give him a starting opportunity again in the league. He might go somewhere and back up, one of the, Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson or whatnot. But I don't know if he doesn't succeed in Minnesota this year, or at least show flashes that he could succeed. I think this will be his last opportunity at a big contract, a top tier quarterback contract, because I mean that's what all these quarterbacks are looking for. They're looking for top tier contracts and the ability to go contend for a Super Bowl. And this will be Kyler Murray's best opportunity to do that. I think he will be successful this year. I think going in Minnesota and having a coach like Kevin O'Connell, having weapons like Justin Jefferson, like Jordan Addison, like TJ Hawkinson, like Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason, and that decent offensive line that he has over there, I think Kyler Murray has the chance to be successful, and I think he will take advantage of that opportunity. Kyler Murray is, I can't name 10 quarterbacks in the NFL that are more talented than Kyler Murray. And I will stand on that. I think Kyler Murray is a top 10 most talented quarterback in the NFL, hands down. But talent only takes you so far. You got to put it on the field. And the past few years, he hasn't been able to do that. Most recently this past year, he hasn't been able to do that. And so if he's not able to go do that in Minnesota with the Vikings and Kevin O'Connell and one of the three best receivers in football, I don't know if he'll get another opportunity. In terms of JJ McCarthy, I never liked him coming out of college. And he's kind of showed me and he proved me right so far in his NFL career. Because in college, it was the same thing. He was a game manager. That team was very, 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 very good. He had a very good offensive line at Michigan. He had two dominant running backs in Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum. And he only had to make a throw when he absolutely had to make a throw. Granted, he made that throw when he had to make it, hence the reason he was able to get that team to a national championship and win a national championship. But he hasn't been able to do the same thing in Minnesota in the NFL. So again, Kyson, you mentioned JJ McCarthy. I don't know what they do with him, honestly. I mean, again, he's going to be going on his third year. If Kyler doesn't show the flashes that you're looking for him to show this year, do you go back to JJ McCarthy? Is there an option to move off of JJ McCarthy if Kyler does end up succeeding in Minnesota? I'm not sure what you do with JJ.
See, my thing is why get Kyler? Like Kyler was probably the top 3 quarterback option in the free agency. They could have easily got a bum. They could have got somebody, a career backup. They could have got a Jimmy G. No disrespect. They could have got someone else.
No, we mean all disrespect when we say Jimmy G. We mean all disrespect with that.
He took y'all to a bowl, man. No respect.
No, the defense.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Us to a bowl.
Kyson, I be trying to tell him, but he don't want to listen.
Mostert took us to the bowl.
G-Dilo don't want to listen. He's stubborn.
Shanahan, huh? It was all Shanahan.
Yeah, it was all Shanahan.
Okay, that I can't argue with. But Kyle Shanahan is a genius.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, why bring him in? I genuinely think that the injury that Kyler suffered really set him back, because you're getting paid $50 million to be Superman. You're not being paid $50 million to be a game manager. We need you to win games for us. And he lost a little bit of that ability to be a game changer, in the words of Cam Newton, like that get out the pocket, run, beat you 40 yards to a touchdown. He lost that element to his game, and now he has to rely a little bit more on his arm, which makes him get outside the pocket more often than not because of his height. And I think, like I said, I think the Vikings will be just fine with him because, like Jamal said, Kyler is very talented, and it's hard, very hard, to be bad with Justin Jefferson. And I can we can make a argument that is we how many quarterbacks are putting up a worse performance than JJ McCarthy did last year with Justin Jefferson? That man scraped to 1,000 yards, man.
Oh,
You can't do any worse than that, in my personal opinion. I think Kyler, with the weapons they have fortitude of weapons. They have an offensive mind. He'll be fine, no doubt. As for the Vikings, though, you kind of, to me, this is saying we're done with JJ. Honestly, I think they genuinely believe like we're going to give him a shot, like they say, we're going to give you a shot. But if he can't beat out Kyler at camp, it's a waste of a first round pick, honestly.
yeah, and they took him really high. They took him 9 overall or 10th overall. Where top 10. They took him really high in the first round. Because I mean, JJ is tough, but I mean Kyler. If you put Kyler on this team again, you saw what Sam Darnold did. They won in 14 games, D'Lo. And you look at the division that they're in. You look at the Bears, you look at the Lions, and you look at the Packers. All teams that are very, very good. Obviously, the Lions weren't as good as they have been over the past few years, but you look at the Bears, they're getting better every year. They, I believe, have a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. The Packers have a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Both teams were playoff teams this past year. Is there any way that the Vikings can compete in the NFC North and maybe even get a wild card spot with Kyler Murray at the helm? I mean, again, Kyler Murray has been to the playoffs, but is there any way he can drag this team to a playoff spot?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
Hell no. I'm being so honest. Like the NFC is stacked. It's so stacked. And when you look at it from that point, obviously you have the 4 division winners, but can we see Minnesota beating out anyone in their own division? No, I don't. I don't think that they can beat out anyone in their own division. I don't think that they can beat out, sorry, Jamal, 3 of the 4 teams in our division in the NFC West. I don't think that they can beat out any of those teams. I don't even know if they can outcompete Dallas.
All right, well, it's true, but hurtful.
I mean, I know it's true. That's why I said no disrespect.
All right. Well.
So, like, we're talking about Minnesota getting a wild card spot. Like, that's just not going to happen. And I will eat my words if it does. And I promise I will come on here and I will say I was wrong. But I am so 100% guaranteed that this will not happen that I will not be doing that. So, yeah.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point that I can't argue with. That's a tough division, let alone a tough conference to actually make the playoffs in. So, and Kyler Murray would have to, I said this going into last year, into this past season. Kyler Murray has to be an MVP candidate. He has to be in the MVP conversation in order for the Cardinals to be in the playoff race. He absolutely was not, and the Cardinals were absolutely not in any playoff conversation that has ever existed. And Kyler Murray would have to do the same thing with the Vikings. He would have to be a top quarterback in the league and have to be playing like a top quarterback in the league for the Minnesota Vikings to compete for a playoff spot. I think it can happen. I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't put 2 pennies on it, maybe 1, but not 2. And so it's going to be tough.
And that's fine and all, but we said the same thing about him in Arizona. And look what happened. I'm not convinced.
Yeah. Again, I think with the change of scenery, a different environment, it's possible that he could rejuvenate his career, but I don't know. Again, I think he can. But again, I wouldn't put any money on it.
Okay, it's possible for him to rejuvenate his career and become a good quarterback.
You don't
He's
think
not making the playoffs? No, I don't think Kyler Murray can be a great player or quarterback. I don't think he can be a great quarterback.
I don't know.
I don't think he
Maybe
can.
he'll have the opportunity to. I think he. I don't know. I don't want to say I think he can because again, I'm not 100% sure certain. But again, I'll continue to say he has the opportunity now. There's no excuses. He has everything he needs to become a successful, great quarterback in this league. And if he doesn't do it, that's on him.
Hold on, let's be real for a second, man. I get it. Come on. I get it. I get it. It's Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying? Short, yada yada yada. He's better than JJ McCarthy, bro.
Yes.
Let's just be real.
Yes. Yeah.
He
Come on,
wasn't
come
better
on,
than
dude.
Jacoby Brissett.
No, he's better than Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett just looked better in that offense.
Oh,
Because
that's what it
let's.
is.
Oh, Kyler Murray went 2-2 in the four
Bro,
games he
hold
played.
on, wait. They had no run game, so they throwing the ball 80 times and not
we were down
winning.
to our like
That's what I'm
6-3
saying.
running
Not
back.
winning. That's what, like no running game, not winning at all. Down 40. Of course, he will look good. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah,
But listen, can we not agree that the offense just looked a lot better when Jacoby was in there than Kyler?
absolutely.
Like, can we not say that?
Absolutely.
Even though they were getting the same results, they were still losing.
But it did look a lot better.
It looked better.
Yeah. No, there's no doubt about that. There's no doubt. But Kyler Murray, if I'm picking somebody to be my quarterback, I'm picking Kyler Murray over Jacoby Brissett. I'd rather have Kyler.
For sure.
So I don't know. There's a discussion to be had. Obviously, I'm excited to see what Kyler can do.
Oh no, let's talk with Gannon.
Let's
talk with Gannon. Let's see what he thinks.
See, there you go. See, there you go. That you not nice. That was rude, and you know it. See, that was
Honestly,
rude, and you know it.
Kyler Hart definitely wasn't in it last year, and we seen that from the jump. Like he just wasn't engaged at all, and coach peeped it. So you might be on to some D-Lo. We'll see.
Ball smacked right off his face mask in the Tennessee game, and it was a wrap. It was a wrap after that. So, oh man, I think Kyler. I'll be rooting. Okay, I don't know. I'll be rooting for him, but I won't be rooting against him. I'll say that. Okay, there's a big trade in the NFL today, fellas. Jalen Waddle, the receiver for the Miami Dolphins, or former receiver for the Miami Dolphins, was traded to the Denver Broncos for a first and a third round pick today. The Denver Broncos, obviously, being in the AFC Championship and being, what a lot of people would say. I mean, if Bo Nix was healthy, that game would obviously be different in the AFC Championship. Or maybe if they had another weapon like Jalen Waddle in the AFC Championship, maybe that could put them over the top. But now they do have that other weapon. That they have the Pat Bryants, they have the Cortland Suttons, they have the Marvin Mims, and now you add Jalen Waddle to that wide receiver mix. Kyson, you see what the Denver Broncos were able to do last year with Sean Payton and Bo Nix at the helm, and now you give them another option like Jalen Waddle, a deep threat, a guy that can take the top off of the defense. Could this Jalen Waddle move to Denver put them over the top? And would you say they could be the favorites to come out of the AFC next season?
This is it's a good move, no doubt. It's kind of a questionable one. You gave up your 32nd round pick, basically first round, second round pick.
Yeah.
A fourth and a fifth for Jalen Waddle. You already got Cortland Sutton. You got Troy Franklin, who's a version of Waddle, you can say.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, Marvin Mims. You got Pat Bryant. I thought they had a pretty good receiver lineup, but adding Waddle obviously makes it better. Is Bo Nix that type of guy though? Like, is he that good enough to where he go get Waddle? Okay, 4 catches. I'm getting Cortland Sutton 3 catches. I'm getting Troy 3 catches. I'm getting Mims a go ball here or there. I just don't know, because Sean Payton, what he did last year was kind of like play this poker game where they ran the most basic offense until it was time to actually run plays. And it was a lot of games where Bo Nix is throwing a lot, throwing 35 to 40 times. but it's 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards, 2 yards. It's a lot of dink and dunks. So with this move with Waddle, they obviously, like you say, they get somebody that can blow the top off, that can, stretch the defense out. And yeah, I think it's a good move. Will they be able to execute and give Waddle the? Can Waddle and Cortland Sutton both have 1,000-yard seasons? That's kind of where I'm at. Like, is Waddle the number one on the team now? Like, I'm just very curious on how this would work. Waddle obviously is a slot receiver, and Sutton is an outside receiver. But I'm just not sure that Bo Nix. I'm not a believer in Bo Nix. Yes, they probably would have went to the Super Bowl with him last year. That's because of the defense, and he's comfortable with the offense. It's just familiarity. If I'm saying that right, it was just familiar with what was going on. That's why they end up losing. With that being said, I'm not a believer in Bo Nix. I just don't see him distributing the ball enough to keep Waddle and company happy.
D'Lo, what was your takeaway from this trade? Obviously, the Broncos get Jalen Waddle, one of the fastest receivers in football. He's shown flashes in Miami, especially his first 2 seasons. He's kind of, not fell off a cliff, but the numbers have definitely dropped over the past few seasons. Could Jalen Waddle be a valued asset in Denver with the Broncos and take them over the top in terms of getting to the Super Bowl? Or do you think this was just kind of a parallel move?
I'm kind of on the fence. I don't think it's necessarily parallel, but I also don't think that this takes him over the top either. I think that Denver is good enough to go out and win a Super Bowl. I do. Because I think if they would have had that Bo Nix in the game last year, they would have beat New England and been in the Super Bowl. And I stand by that. I genuinely believe that he would have gotten them there. But with that said, you give Bo Nix another weapon on offense and you see what you can do. I think Jalen Waddle right now is kind of similar in this Kyler conversation where I think it might be a change of scenery, or this might just be the player that he is. He might just be the Jalen Waddle that we know, where he is injured a lot of the time. And when he's on the field, sometimes he looks really great, and other times he kind of just looks lackluster. And so I guess we're going to figure out in Denver because, again, now that he's in Denver, there's no excuse for Jalen Waddle anymore. I mean, you have Sean Payton and you'll have Bo Nix, who is not Tua turn the ball over, and you see what you can do. But yeah, I'm kind of on the fence right now. I don't think it's lateral. I definitely think they got value for Waddle, and good value, but I don't know if this is enough to get them there, considering some of the losses that they've had on the defensive end, which is where they were really good.
I think this move can be the move that puts him over the top, but it all depends on number 10. It all depends on Bo Nix, because if Bo Nix can show why he was drafted in the first round, why he was this guy, because he was good this past year. Don't get me wrong. Bo Nix was very, very good this year, but are we talking about him as one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL? Are we talking about him, in the same conversation that we're talking about Lamar Jackson? Are we talking about him like Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or Joe Burrow? He's not in that conversation. This year, I think he has the opportunity to put himself in that conversation because, again, he was good enough to get his team 14 wins. He was good enough to get his team the number 1 seed in the AFC. He was good enough to get his team to the AFC Championship. Can he take it a step further? Especially now with adding a weapon like Jalen Waddle. Can you start throwing the ball deep? Can you take the top off the defense? Can you, again, stretch out the defense like Kyson said, and now you have an underneath receiver like Cortland Sutton, as well as a receiver that can just run down the sideline and hit his head on the goalpost like Jalen Waddle. Can you hit all your receivers? Can you spread the wealth? And can you throw for 4,000 yards? Can you throw for 4,200 yards and 35 touchdowns? And, D'Lo, you mentioned the turnovers. Can he keep – he's never been a turnover machine. But now that you add Jalen Waddle, I can imagine that you're going to want to throw the ball a little bit more. And now that you're going to throw the ball a little bit more, can you still keep those turnovers to a minimum? And if you can do that and you can continue to win games, I think Bo Nix can put himself in that conversation in terms of the top quarterbacks in the AFC, as well as take his team and win with his football team. D-Lo, I'm kind of with you. I don't know if this is the move that can put them over the top and make them the favorites in the AFC. I think they're going to be one of the favorites to come out of the AFC. I don't know if they're going to be the favorite, especially with the DJ Moore move to Buffalo. We're going to talk about the Chiefs here in a minute or two, but the Chiefs, they might get Mahomes back, early in the season. So Bo Nix is going to have to be able to compete and outplay some of these other top quarterbacks in the AFC. Will he be able to do that? Again, opportunity. The opportunity is there. Will he be able to take advantage of it as the question? So I'm very excited to see Jalen Waddle in this offense, especially with Sean Payton. We've seen Sean Payton with guys like Brandon Cooks. We've seen Sean Payton with guys like Marquez Colston and Lance Moore, and you saw the success that they've been able to have. So you put it, now you have a wide receiver duo of Jalen Waddle and Courtland Sutton. What can you do with that offensively? And I think, again, Bo Nix is going to have the opportunity to see what he can do with those weapons now. Okay, real quick before we move on, we got to bring our OG in. Okay, we got to bring our OG. The OG has arrived. He is our OG. He is my dog. He is the man we call the generalizer. Triple OG Tone has arrived in the building. Tone, how are you living today, brother?
One step at a time, brother. One step at a time.
I see you got the sharp glasses on today. You got the GSM hat on. You're looking a little drippy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got Lowe's glasses on. I just tinted mine.
Yeah, where you get that done at? There's a shop you get that done at?
You know what I'm saying? I got this done at Twin Shop, Kyson shop. I didn't even know he could do that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I like keep it in the family. You know what I'm saying? Keep it in the family.
I see something that's unusual right now. Let me see what's going on.
Oh yeah, see there you go. Guys, you knew that this was gonna happen. You knew that this was gonna happen.
Bloody! Somebody got them colors on it. It's same. Hey, big shout out to Papa Dukes, man. It's my pop's birthday, man.
Oh, shout out Pops, man. Shout out.
Happy birthday, Pops.
Listen, that jersey clean though, meaning clean. I see you, boy.
Yeah. Now
you know who this is? Number 8.
Antoine Weezy.
No.
Close.
Yeah. Who else we got?
It's more recent.
All right,
Hey,
for
you-
all the
hey,
GSM viewers,
hey.
Tony's a little old. He got some, he
The
loses his
shimmy
memory
was on point
sometimes.
though. The little. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, and he
And he missed.
and he missed.
Oh, hold on.
Come on, Tone, man.
What if I give you the first word? Cardiac. Nah, he ain't get it.
Damn.
Nah, yeah, I got you. Yeah, Kimball
Okay,
was special, man. Kimball
There
was
he is. He got
special.
it.
He went to UConn, got him a chip with my boy Shabazz Napier. You know what I'm saying? That's a guy from the town. He's from Roxbury, Massachusetts, right up the street from my hood. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. It's dope. Kimball put on for the town, for real, for real. I was mad that he couldn't get one too.
Oh, a ring?
Yeah, man. He was definitely one of my childhood point guards for sure.
Yeah, he got one at UConn. He got one of those rings, but he didn't get a league ring. You know what I'm saying?
You wrong, Jamal. You're so wrong.
Hold on. There's a lot of ringless action going on.
I just asking a question. Didn't nobody mention nobody's name? See, there you go. Didn't nobody name Paul? Didn't nobody name Trop? It's okay. Hey.
Only rings they saying is love and marriage type rings.
Nah. Hey. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it. You know what I'm saying? That was the golden rule. Treat people how you want to be treated.
I joined the pod and came with nothing but drama. My bad attention.
So there you go, bro. So there you go. All right. Well, now that I'm done crying. Okay. One last football topic. There's another trade that happened the other day. Justin Fields has been traded to the Kansas City Chiefs from the New York Jets. thank God. I love me some Justin Fields, but I don't know if there will ever be a quarterback to succeed in New York with the Jets. And so now Justin Fields is out of the New York Jets and on to Kansas City to play with the Chiefs. Now, who knows when Patrick Mahomes will be back? This could be a move as a filler move, for a replacement for Patrick Mahomes until he's back, or this could just be a backup move. Justin Fields, you'll be the backup in case something else happens to Patrick Mahomes. Kyson, could this be another opportunity for Justin Fields? Because I mean, he's going to Kansas City where he has Andy Reid, and you've seen the quarterbacks that have performed well under Andy Reid. You look at the Donovan McNabbs, you look at the Alex Smiths, two guys that had very successful careers with Andy Reid. Could Justin Fields be another byproduct of Andy Reid? Now, obviously, we don't know how many opportunities he's going to get with Patrick Mahomes, but just sitting there and learning under Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, could this be could this be helpful? Could this also kind of rejuvenate Justin Fields' career?
No, I don't think so, man. I think this is a situation where Justin Fields, I think he looked in the mirror and he just kept it 100 with himself. He said, "Man, look, this is who I am, right? I'm not that guy that I thought I was. I've because he's been given time after time after time after time. He's been given opportunities, and this is just who he is. And I think he came to a realization, like, okay, I'm gonna come. Well, it really went up to him. He got traded, but coming into the situation, I think he's gonna look at it like okay, I get to be around championship pedigree players, coaches. I get to maybe get some run. Patrick is trying to make it back by training camp. He's trying to make it back by beginning of the season, but the timeline is looking like I want to say he might miss 2 or 3 games, so he might get 2 or 3 games. But I just think this is a situation kind of like Smith, right? Like Justin Fields, he had his chances to start. He's going to be a backup for the next few years. I think he'll I think he'll eventually, if he could just stick through it, which I think he will, keep being a backup for the next few years. You'll get the opportunity, and you'll get that deal like Gino just got. Right? I just don't see it happening anytime soon. And but to answer your question, Jamal, I do think this would be helpful. Not to rejuvenate his career, but just to gain knowledge, just to get better. Like I said, be around people that have been there, done that, and let's just see what happens. He's going to be around the only black offensive coordinator in the NFL, Eric B. Enemy. Um, they love to run. They love running quarterbacks. So I'm hoping he can get at least a few games. Hopefully, he gets a few games with Kenneth Walker with that running game to show that he still has some value. But for the most part, this is who Justin Fields is going to be, a backup.
D'Lo, you've seen Justin Fields go from, Justin Fields is number 10 overall pick. And you saw how good he was at Ohio State, and he went to Chicago and he showed flashes that he could be an elite quarterback in this league. And then he showed some flashes in which, all right, well, this guy kind of stinks. And then he went to New York with the Jets, and then he won some games with Pittsburgh, but then that starting job got taken over by Russell Wilson. So, and he got the opportunity with the Jets and it didn't work out very well. Could this be an opportunity for Justin Fields to go learn under Patrick Mahomes, to go learn under Andy Reid, to go learn under Eric Bieniemy, and maybe get that next opportunity elsewhere after Kansas City? Or do you think Justin Fields is kind of a career backup now?
No, he's a career backup. That's just what this is. I don't think that KC is bringing him in to start games because, Maul, you said it. Patty is trying to make it back before the season starts.
Yeah.
Now, will that happen? I don't know. Maybe. If it does, then there's no way that Justin Fields will touch the field. And if he doesn't, then, he'll start a few weeks and then he'll get put on the bench. I don't know that Justin Fields can be a starting quarterback in the league. It's kind of like JJ McCarthy in a way where I feel like a lot of people have seen enough to know that he just isn't going to cut it in the NFL as a starter anyway. I think that he could be a serviceable backup, but I just don't think that he can go out and win a starting job anywhere.
So we've seen the road that Justin Fields has taken. We thought we were going to see him be at his best with the New York Jets. And, again, Justin Fields has been all about flashes for the most of his career. He's shown flashes here and there that he can be a serviceable quarterback in the NFL, and he just hasn't been that. Could this be the opportunity for Justin Fields to, again, go sit back up, take the year? You don't have to worry about, preparing to be the starter every week. You can kind of learn what it takes to be a MVP level quarterback, a championship level quarterback, learning under Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and Eric Bieniemy. Do you think this could be almost a trampoline to get him to become that player that everybody has kind of expected him to be? Or do you think that's past and that the opportunity has come and gone, and now he's going to be a backup for the rest of his career?
No, I do think this gives him the opportunity to grow. I'm actually glad he was not as good as we've seen flashes of him at the Jets, because
that would have been trouble.
Yeah. But I think this is a great opportunity for him to learn from a legendary quarterback, future Hall of Famer, and coaches. Those guys will likely make it in there. Probably not first ballot. We've seen this, but I also think it's an opportunity for, if Patty does come back, for him to not have to, for them not to have to rely on him every single week and every single down. Patty will likely not be, we're looking at Tatum, and it's a different sport, but we're looking at Tatum right now. He's on the minutes restriction. We've watched Wemby be on minutes restriction. These guys are coming back from injury, and likely you'll need to do the same thing with Patty. There's no need for him to play, 50 downs a game. But let Justin get in there and run around a little bit, get a couple throws off, and hopefully give him an opportunity to grow. And then also, when these guys are up, 20, 30 points in the fourth quarter, get Patty out of there, save him for the playoffs. Give Justin an opportunity to grow. But I will say that he needs to be outstanding when those opportunities are presented, because I do think he has a chance. There are some quarterbacks. I mean, we've seen Kyler Murray have his ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? And Justin's pretty young. And so if he can take advantage of this opportunity, who knows what can become of it, and what the future holds.
I agree with a lot of what you said, Tone. I do think Justin Fields can be maybe not as great as a lot of people, including me, thought he could be, but I do think he could be a Malik Willis type. Now, Malik Willis is getting an opportunity, his first opportunity with the Dolphins, now that he's kind of rejuvenated his career with the Green Bay Packers. But I do think if Justin Fields get the opportunity, I do think one of these teams will look at him and be like, hey, you know what? He was a top 10 overall pick. He is supremely athletic. He can throw the ball a little bit. Maybe we take a chance on him. And this will be his opportunity to do that. Because if you fail under Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy, listen, I don't know if there's a spot for you in this league. I really don't. Again, after the quarterbacks have been able to perform under Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy, again, the Alex Smiths, who looked really, really good under that system, the Donovan McNabbs, who looked really, really good under that system, and obviously the Patrick Mahomes, which I think Patrick Mahomes is 101. I think you throw Patrick Mahomes on a JV football team and he'll go succeed somewhere. But the success that quarterbacks have had under Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy in that system, I think this will be Justin Fields' last chance to be able to show, you know what, I can still play in this league. You put me in the right situation, you put me in the right system, I can go make stuff happen. But if he doesn't do that this year, I think it's a wrap. And I think he will be a backup for the rest of his career. And I don't know if he'll get another opportunity to show that he can be a starting quarterback in the league. Okay, so that was Justin Fields. We spent a few minutes on that. Justin Fields traded to the Kansas City Chiefs for a 6th round pick. Okay, let's move on to some basketball. But before we move on to the pros, let's move on to college for just a minute or two. The Madness, March Madness, starts tomorrow night. Well, actually started tonight, but and then there's a few more games tomorrow, and then the round of 64 starts on Friday night. D'Lo, as to nobody's surprise, your bracket is already busted. So
Yeah, man. Shout out to UMBC.
yeah. So yeah, way to pick your opportunities there, Kyson. Love not Kyson, D'Lo. Love to see it. But since the madness will
What
start
about your
tomorrow,
bracket? You filled out a bracket?
I did fill out a bracket. I absolutely did.
Oh,
And
still intact.
it's still intact. I think so. Hold on, I gotta. Because no, it's still intact.
Mega throw you under the bus and not know about his own situation. That's crazy, Lord.
No, hold on. So did you pick Did you pick this game, or did you pick one of the 16 seeds to beat the 1 seed?
No, I didn't pick a single 16 seed to beat the 1 seed, but like I picked.
Oh, but you picked the games tonight.
I picked the games tonight. Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bracket. I didn't pick the games tonight. My bracket was just strictly whoever gets that 16 seed, and I didn't pick any 16 seeds to upset any of the 1 seeds because
I didn't either.
Really okay, so I mean your bracket is still okay. I think it's still
well, I'm still upset about it.
Well, yeah, I don't
mean?
blame you. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I don't know why you were expecting anything different, but teach his own. All right, I'm sorry, that was unnecessary. That was
yeah, it was.
That was
nice.
That was not nice. All right, I apologize, D'Lo. I know when I'm wrong. But
go stand in the corner.
I will, and you cry a little bit. Because all my teams. All right, I'm not gonna let all my sadness out here because my teams suck. But I don't have any teams in the tournament. College basketball, again, I'm not the biggest college basketball guy in the world. I need to become more invested into college basketball because it is a lot of fun to watch. I do always watch the madness, though. I always watch the March Madness. So, D'Lo, you said you filled out a bracket. Who did you pick to win it all? Who would you pick to cut down the nets at the end of this tournament, and why?
I feel like it's kind of cliche to pick a 1 seed, but I feel like they've kind of just been the best team all year. So I picked Duke. I picked Duke to win the entirety. I think they're just the most well-rounded team in basketball. And I know a lot of people are on the Arizona hype train right now, myself included. But I think when it comes to Arizona, I need Koa Pete to show that he can shoot the ball a little bit more. Because once you hit some of these more elite defensive teams, you can't just rely on, layups and dunks to win you games. So I'm going to need him to show that he can reliably shoot the 3 ball, reliably shoot the mid-range jumper if Arizona wants to make it far in the tournament. I think, though, when it comes to Duke, they're just so well-rounded. And again, I still think that Boozer is still my favorite prospect coming into the draft. And I think that he's going to show everybody why he is considered one of the top 3 picks in this upcoming draft. I think that he puts on a clinic during March Madness and gets them all the way to cutting the nets. I will say, though, I do have BYU in the Elite 8. I know.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they could make some noise. I like UConn. I have them getting all the way to Elite 8, I'm pretty sure. But again, at the end of the day, I think Duke is just the most well-rounded team in college basketball.
Kyson, have you filled out a bracket yet?
I haven't. I have not.
No.
But
okay.
if I were to choose a winner, I would have to something. Being from Arizona, you want to say U of A, but how many times have U of A been in this position? Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I like Duke. I like Arkansas a lot. I like A-Cuff. I think they got a squad. They got a nice, gritty squad that's built for, tournament basketball. One thing I do notice about college basketball, the older teams win. The older teams usually thrive in these situations. You look at Purdue; they got a lot of seniors. But I think U of A can finally do it, man. I think they can finally, Koa Pete and company can finally get it done. They're winning the games they need to win. which they haven't done before. Usually, they win the Pac-12 championship, or they'll lose the conference championship before even getting to the dance, or they'll lose first round, second round. So, but I think this is a different team with different talent. So, I got to go with the the home state squad. Oh,
Tone.
and they'll be um in Glendale, right?
No, the women's. The women's will be
Oh,
in
okay,
Glendale.
okay. The women's will be
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Where
The
the men's
women's
will be
Final
at?
Four. Huh?
Where would they be at? The men's.
There. Oh, where is the Final Four this year? I have to find out. The men's Final Four. Men's Final Four. They will be Cap. Oh, Indiana. They'll be in Indiana. So I do believe, right? Yeah. Nah, I could be completely wrong, but I do think they'll be in Indiana. So the women's Final Four will be here in Glendale, and then the men's will be in Indiana. So,
And the
Tone.
Florida Gators, we will not see here.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Gators. I hope they lose first round.
Tone, is there somebody that you like? Who do you think will be cutting down the nets at the end of this tournament? Is there a team that stands out to you the most?
Stands out to me. I'd have to follow up with what Lo said. It looks like Duke to me. They look really complete. I like the maturity of the brothers. Um, who do I like? I like AJ. You know what I'm saying? He's from the town. He's from the town.
All right, here we go.
Point blank, simple.
Town. You know what I'm saying? But
Darren Peterson better, boo.
yeah, he got to
Now,
deal.
who said that?
You got to deal with the blood clots first. You know what I'm saying?
Who
Man,
said that?
can't
there
play half a
That's
game.
crazy.
There
we
you
go.
go, Tone.
I'm just being honest. Like, you on a minutes restriction in college is crazy. Um,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's unfortunate. I'm not trying to just drag him in the mud, but that's it's a serious situation to think about someone getting drafted and the potential that they have and what teams look for and with your potential. That's interesting with that coming up soon. The draft not too far after this tournament. How this is going to end up because he is obviously a top 3, top 4 player. Um, to some, and how is this going to pan out with that? But yeah, I got Duke. Long story short,
With that said, Mo, because I don't know if you even picked them to go far. Where did you pick Kansas? Did you have them as an early exit or?
I almost picked them to get upset in the round of 64.
It's
I almost did
crazy.
because that team worries me a little bit. The uncertainty surrounding Darren Peterson worries me a lot, D-Lo. Now, again, they do have some good pieces. I mean, they gave U of A their first loss of the season without Darren Peterson.
Mhm.
And they bowled out in that game. Like Kansas has some pieces. I love Melvin Council. Melvin Council on that team plays hard. He's so good defensively, and he can get you a bucket when you need a bucket. I'm trying to while I try to pull up my bracket, but again, it's the uncertainty surrounding Darren Peterson that worries me, and that's why I almost picked them to lose in the round of 64 in the first round. Here, let me pull up my bracket here. But okay, while I pull up my bracket, I am going to tell you what. Oh no, here they are. Okay. Let's see. Where did I have Kansas? Kansas, I had. All right. Well, I can't find Kansas, but okay. I'm gonna tell you who I think will win. I am Arizona will be cutting down the nets at the end of this tournament. I think they are the best team in the country. I think they are the most well-rounded. The only flaw that I see in this basketball team is their inability to shoot the 3 ball. And I am terrified that that's going to catch up to them, that one of these teams that they're going to face is just going to get hot and they're not going to be able to compete with them. On the contrary, Arizona is very good defensively, and they do have shooters. Del Orso can shoot the rock. Braden Burries, of course, can shoot the ball. But neither of those guys can shoot the ball with any level of consistency. Most of those guys can go score, can attack the basket, get to the rim. Cole Pete, obviously. Excuse me, that was loud. But Cole Pete can get to the rim. Braden Burries is really, really good. Krivas is one of the best bigs in the league. He can finish around the rim. He has such a soft touch around the rim. He can protect the rim as well. I like U of A. Tommy Lloyd has done a magical job with this basketball team all season long. They fought again. I just love their defense. I love their defense and the way that they play on defense. And I think that's what's going to carry them to cutting the nets down at the end of the tourney. And I think Cole Pete will show that he can be a top 10 draft pick. I think Braden Burries will show that. I think Braden Burries will show.
Baby mama drama.
Yeah, bro's about to pull his ears.
See that? See, there you go. There I go. But no, I like U of A cutting down the nets. Again, coaching and star players. Can your star players look like stars? Can they shine like the stars that they are? And can your coaching get you to the level that you're supposed to be at? And I think those two combined will be able to get U of A to the promised land and win their first championship in 25 years or wherever it's been, before I was born. So
are you celebrating if they win?
I will celebrate. Because I don't have a team of cards. I just got to root for players. I love Cole Pete. Obviously, you've watched this show. D'Lo and I got to cover a Cole Pete game. And he
No.
talk to him.
Ohio State.
Okay, no, but okay, that's football.
No.
That's football. Now,
no, bro's wall of teams
is diabolical, by the way.
I'm not.
What do you mean?
I support players in
put up the map. Put up the map, and he's got a team in each state. Some of his college, some of his baseball.
Different color pin needles.
Yeah.
Like, bruh. It's college. You got to go for all the team. You got to go for the college football, basketball, baseball, tennis, golf, swimming.
I mean, Ohio State has a chance. Like, do I think they're going to win it all? No. But again, if you have a good guard, if you have an elite guard in March Madness, you have a chance. Like Bruce Thornton for Ohio State is a very, very good player, and he can go get you 30 on any given night.
Boy,
he got a clip, don't he? And again, that you having a guy like that can go help you win on any given night. It's going to be tough for me to bet against U of A or even Duke. So, and those are the powerhouses. Who knows? It's called the madness for a reason. There's going to be upsets. There's going to be different twists and turns, but it will be very, very fun to watch. I'm very excited for March Madness. Okay. Those are our picks for March Madness, and who will be cutting down the nets. We will be reacting to March Madness as the tournament goes on. But now onto some professional basketball, some NBA basketball. The playoffs are... Go ahead, D'Lo. Sorry, go ahead.
Did I mention I hate the Florida Gators?
You hate who?
Gators.
Okay. I wanted you to give it. I wanted you another opportunity to hate a little bit. That's you're my dog.
Got a love-hate situation with the state of the team that he loves in basketball.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
College.
Why do you hate the Gators? Why do you hate the Gators?
Hate the Gators. That is a rant that will go on a little too long for the show, but maybe one day we'll get into that.
Wilt, Bam, Kobe.
What?
Yeah, that is how it goes.
Well, you heard it.
Hey man, shout out to Bam Adebayo for scoring 83 points in the NBA game. Anyway, go ahead, Mo.
Let's talk some NBA hoops, fellas. The playoffs are just right around the corner, and there are a lot of players in the NBA that are looking to make a name for themselves in the playoffs who haven't been able to do so in previous years. So, Tone, what I want to ask you: what player has the most pressure on them to perform at the highest level in the NBA playoffs to give their team the best chance to win a NBA championship? We've seen some players who have not been able to perform in the playoffs at the highest level because we've seen these players shrink when their teams absolutely need them most. Which NBA player stands out to you that needs to perform at their highest level in the NBA playoffs?
It's actually a great question. And Yeah, I'm probably gonna sound real biased, and I might actually sound like low with this one, like real haterish. But I personally would have to go with Luka Doncic, and the reason being is that one, he's made it to the chip before. Reason two is he's world widely known as a top five, in some people's eyes, top three player in the league. He's got LeBron James, who's on, you know, maybe second year closest to retirement. Um, and they're what, top five in the West? So they
Yeah.
obviously have a chance. They got Austin Reeves back. He's looking like, still looking like the guy. Like he can go out there and give you 30. So they have a chance. It's not like they don't have a solid chance. If Luca can go out there, continue to perform the way he has, play a little bit more defense, who knows who they can upset in the West. But if he goes into the playoffs and plays mediocre, I feel like we've got to take him out of that top five conversation at this point. Um, and that's why I would go with the most pressure. When I think about the other guys, you got Jokic, who's done it before. He's got his. Uh, Cade, who likely, have a little bit of pressure, but he's never won in the playoffs. You got JT and JB who've got theirs. Um, yeah, I don't. SGA got his. I'm thinking of the whole the big names. Yeah, and I don't want to name all the guys to give these guys an opportunity to underline who they think, but I think Luca's got to perform well. It's going to be tough because they, being that fifth seed, they're going to play on somebody else's territory. Um, but I think he's fully capable. He's one of the more prolific offensive players we've ever seen in this game.
Low, is there somebody that stands out to you that you think needs to really perform to take their team over the top? Maybe somebody who hasn't performed at their best in the playoffs over the past few years that really needs to step up this year.
Uh, yeah, I think there's one name in particular that's screaming in big red and black bolded letters, and it's Kevin Durant.
I knew it. I swear I knew you.
It's
I know D'Lo, man. I
it's
know this
Kevin
dude,
Durant.
man.
It's, it is.
That's a good one.
It's
That's a good
KD.
one.
It's KD. The Rockets have not been as good as we thought they were. Um, we thought that Kevin Durant would come in here and he would redefine this system. Now, obviously, Fred VanVleet got hurt and it kind of threw a wrench into things. I understand that. But we still expected them to be better than what this is. It looks kind of awful. And even though they're still winning games occasionally, um, they're really close games. And I don't like it from that perspective. And if the playoffs were to start today, they would be playing the Timberwolves. And we've seen Anthony Edwards already get the best of KD. We've seen it already. I don't like that matchup for them. So in order for this Rockets team to go, second round, not be a first round exit, and even conference finals where we thought that they could potentially be, KD is going to have to pick up his game. Just does he have that in him? And not only does he have to pick it up, but he has to make the team around him better, which is something that he has failed to do quite literally the entirety of his career for the most part. Um, Can he make Sengun better? Can he make Amen Thompson better? I don't know. I don't know. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, I think Kevin Durant has the most pressure on him to perform. And even if they get eliminated, if they get eliminated and Kevin Durant plays the way he has in the past few playoffs that he's been in, it might get a little shaky. It honestly might get a little shaky. And with Luka Doncic, I think he's still young enough to overcome that. But at this point in KD's career, I don't think that he does. I don't know how much longer KD will be an elite, efficient level basketball player. So I think it's now or never if you're Kevin Durant.
Kyson, that's your boy. That's your boy. And, it sounds like you had a feeling that that's where D'Lo was going to go. Do you also believe it's Kevin Durant, or is there somebody that stands out to you a little bit more than Kevin Durant in terms of somebody who needs to perform in this year's playoffs?
I think D'Lo made some good points. I just think the Rockets as a whole. Yes, Fred VanVleet is missing. Yes, I think Steven Adams is missing even more. Like, man, what he brought to this team was insane. Like, I seen it last night against the Lakers. Adams, I'm not gonna go too long with the Rockets. I'm gonna just say this: Adams fits Ime Udoka's system. Does he fit the Rockets? That's a question for a different day. Ime Udoka does not fit this team. The coach does not fit this team because this is a coach that relied on in Boston shooters. Two good guys and shooters. We don't have that. We don't have facilitators. We don't have shooters, right? So I'm with you, D'Lo. I definitely think he does. He has to be Superman for us to do anything, and that's a problem. I'll put that on the franchise. I'm not putting that all on Kevin Durant. Definitely pressure is going to be on him. He definitely needs to give us all of what he got because we did give up Jalen Green. We did give up Dylan Brooks, who was a key piece to our success last year. But the management and the coaching and everyone else, they have to do better, in my personal opinion. With that being said, I'm going to go to the Eastern Conference, and I'm going to go with my other team. Yeah, I'm on my Jamal, man. The Cavaliers, man. When it comes to teams, I'm going to go team-wise. I think the Knicks and the Cavs have a bunch of pressure on them because the Knicks got to the conference finals last year. There's no one in their way, technically. I mean, the Boston, yes, they're coming up, but if you think about it, they're banged up. The Knicks are not. So the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, he wants his $300 million contract. You got to go and get it, right? And the Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell he's starting to prove himself as a playoff stinker, just like James Harden. I love James Harden to death, but as the playoffs get more and more pressure, it just seems like he shrinks, and so does Donovan Mitchell, and that's kind of concerning if you're the Cavaliers. James Harden, just to D'Lo's point, how many years of James Harden do we have left? Of James Harden, beard, 20 and 10, 20 and 8, whatever the case may be. This might be one. We might get maybe one more year of this James Harden before we have to say, "Hey, man, it's over." Chris Paul level, right? I genuinely think this is James Harden's last legit chance to make a name for himself in the playoffs. And Donovan Mitchell, year 7, year 8, you still don't have any signature playoff moments besides the bubble. Come on, man. Like, we need you to step up, man. Cleveland, we need you to step up, man, because boy James Harden needs a ring so we can clear D Wade.
Diabolical.
Hey, you know what? I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, gotta have a plan B every once in a while. You know what I mean? Hey,
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that's where Lowe was headed, but once he said the red and black, I knew it was different. But I thought he was going to pull his
And they're in similar situations, James Harden and Kevin Durant.
I think, Kyson, you read my mind. The correct answer of who needs to step up the most in the NBA playoffs is James Harden. That's the right answer. James Harden. He has an opportunity this year. And I'm not saying the East is wide open because now Jason Tatum is back. That shrinks that opportunity very, very small for the rest of the Eastern Conference. But if James Harden wants even a chance to get to the NBA Finals and to have an opportunity to win his first NBA Finals, he has to play almost the best basketball of his career in the NBA playoffs, because that is what's going to take in order to win in the NBA playoffs. In the East, when you go up against the Boston Celtics and you talk about the Jason Tatums and the MVP level Jaylen Browns, And then you talk about the New York Knicks with the Jalen Brunsons and the Karl Anthony Towns and the OG Anunobys and Mikal Bridges. And then you talk about the number 1 seed Detroit Pistons with the Cade Cunninghams.
I was about to say, what's going on here? You're not gonna mention the guys, the number 1 seed at least.
That's what it's gonna take. That's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take 2018 beard James Harden, and he has just never shown that in the playoffs. He's always shrunk in the NBA playoffs, and now he has an opportunity to go compete in the East. He has an opportunity. He doesn't have to face the OKC Thunder. He doesn't have to face the Lakers. He doesn't have to face the Spurs. He doesn't have to face the Denver Nuggets. He has not an easier path, but it's still going to be a path to the NBA Finals in which he has to be great. He has to be great. And if he's not, to Kyson's point, how many opportunities do you have left if you're James Harden? How many more opportunities? You're getting older. Your body's not going to be the same. Are you going to be able to withstand an 82-game season plus the NBA playoffs? So this is going to be his best opportunity, I think, to go win an NBA Finals. And if he doesn't live up to that opportunity, we may be looking at James Harden in a completely different way.
Number 4.
No, I don't think so.
And I feel like that was what motivated me saying Lucas. I don't think Kevin Durant moves on that hierarchy if he underperforms in the playoffs. I don't think James Harden does either. I feel like they stay pretty much where they are. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Have you seen the KD discourse?
What'd you say?
Have you seen the KD discourse? Have you seen that?
I mean, social media.
They're still calling that man a fraud because he can't win without Steph. They're still calling him that.
Hey, you know,
in this situation, though, it's low key. He's out of position this time. Like, this is the one time where you're like, all right, he's just doing way too much. Dude, point guard right now. And I've seen 3 games in the past week where the damn Pelicans were doubling this man and giving him the wits. Like, it is insane to me. Like, how do you not beat a double team?
Hey, you going through? I was going through the past 2 years. KD is the worst passer in basketball.
Anybody in the West that we think? To be honest, Maul, are the Rockets better than?
I don't think so.
Minnesota, are they better than Denver? Are they better than OKC? Are they better than the Spurs? So how can I have expectations? Kevin Durant's not beating them.
Are they better than them? No, but can they beat any of those teams?
No,
I think they can.
Not right now.
No,
in the beginning of the season.
Which one of those teams?
Yeah. Tell me which one.
You're telling. I think they can beat Minnesota. I think they can beat Denver, and I think they can beat San Antonio.
Denver?
I think they can beat. I think they can beat those 3.
The only team I thought we could beat was the Lakers, and they just embarrassed us yesterday.
Yeah, that was bad. Now
we were missing Sengun. I will say that a huge part of our offense was missing.
I think they can beat the Lakers too.
I think we can beat the Lakers and the Suns. That's about it, bro.
I think I agree with that. I do think you can beat the Lakers. I think the Suns will give you a run for your money. I do think you can beat the Suns. Anybody, you can beat anybody in the play-in. You could beat the Suns, Clippers, Pelican, whoever else in the play-in. You can beat anybody.
Honestly, I'm starting to look at the Suns. Might be questionable. Dog, if Devin Booker continues,
they're on a 3-game skid.
Yeah, I understand that. But if Devin Booker,
sorry, Maul, that was uncalled for. I'm sorry.
It was kind of unnecessary.
My bad.
Yeah.
But if Devin Booker can continue to play the way he's playing, and the other guys can step up, who knows what a season, what a playoff series could look like? I feel like they honestly just need JG to step up.
Him and they need Dylan Brooks back. They're really missing Dylan Brooks right now.
Yeah, they're definitely missing him.
But
KD got to do too much over there for me. Like, Sengun is not the version of Sengun we've seen in the first 20 games. And KD got to just do too much. And at 30, what is it, 38? I think Ryan Dunn can harass that boy.
Sengun,
Ryan Dunn, Rasheer Fleming.
It's the defense, man. Sengun, defense is just horrible. And I'm telling you, from experience, when you get dogged on offense, like, they coming at you every play. Point guard coming at you. Small forward coming at you. Center coming at you. You shooting, it's not going in. Because you know I got to get back. Wemby dunking on me. I got to get back Jokic, give me 30, 15, and 12, right? I don't think the Suns have a big guy that can really give single those type of problems. Mark Williams is decent, but he's not an offensive threat. Any team that can give Segun the absolute work, Ant, Julius Randle, Luca, so on and so forth, I think they can give us a run for our money. And to Tone's point, the expectations, they're gone. And I genuinely think this is the one time we can kind of give KD a pass. This team is just not built. We have no shooters. None. Tari Eason is
Reed
five.
Shepherd.
Tari Eason is 6 of 70 since the All-Star break from 3.
But again,
Reed Shepherd is
this
nice.
was a problem
I
coming
know.
into the season. Like I said it before. I said the Rockets can be good, but they're not going to be as good as a lot of people think they are because one, they don't have any shooting. They don't have anybody that can consistently shoot the 3 ball. And 2, they don't have a ball handler because if Kevin Durant is your main ball handler, as I saw, they tried way too many times in Phoenix the past few years, he will continue to turn the ball over. And when he had 6 turnovers in the second half alone last night with against the Lakers.
But their defense, to Twins' point, if your superstar has turnovers and you play good defense, you'll get the ball back and have possessions to win. Like Jokic averages turnovers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he puts up great, wild numbers, but he turns the ball over. You know what I'm saying? That usage rate, he turns that pill over. But on the other end, they get some stops. That boy Christian Brown helps them get stops. The boy Aaron Gordon helps them get stops. Watson helps them get stops. So they get opportunities. The Houston Rockets are just not doing it. And like Tyson said, teams are picking on Sengun, boy. Picking.
Yeah. That's the problem. Like the Rockets defense, I think is elite. I think it's very, very good. And I think it's one of the reasons. You don't think so?
I mean, Thompson's defense.
I was literally just about to say the defense isn't good enough for the lack of offense. Last year was different. The defense was amazing last year. So therefore we can be mediocre, even bad sometimes on offense and still win games. Now it's like we 50-50 in both. Now it's like we middle in the pack offense, middle in the pack in defense. Oof.
And then you got to think about the teams that they got to beat in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wemby.
That's the thing I'm worried about.
SGA.
That's the thing I'm worried about.
Ant is a playoff riser. I don't care what no one says.
That's where
He's
it's
proven
tough
time
for me
and
to
time again.
give those expectations to the individuals y'all gave. Like, Luka is known as a top 5 player within this organization.
Mhm.
If he doesn't outperform, overperform, be dramatically better than we've seen the versions of him before, and win, he got to beat somebody. And I ain't gonna lie, them West teams are tough. But he got to beat somebody. And we can't see the same narrative of him crying to the refs, him, not getting back on defense. You got to live up to these expectations. And I feel like if he doesn't, Cade is entering that conversation of being a top 5 player in the league. You look at the team that he now has why not?
I think there's too many guys that are. I can name you maybe 7 players that are better than Cade Cunningham right now. I don't know if
that would have gotten the Detroit Pistons to a number 1 spot in the East.
Yeah,
name them.
I got at least close. Jokic, SGA, Giannis is still in that conversation. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum.
Giannis, the one that's not playing, is top 5. How you top 5 and you're not playing?
I just put Jason Tatum in that top 5 too. He's played 10 games.
You're not playing. How he top 5? How he better than Jaylen Brown and he not playing?
He also put Jaylen Brown in that convo. He just said Jaylen Brown.
No, I just said Jaylen Brown too. I said both of them. I think both of them.
I'm asking you, how is Jason Tatum in a conversation and he's not playing?
Hold on, wait. My thing is, how are we gonna put Luka in this conversation? They don't even consider this man MVP. This man is averaging 33, 10, and 8. Again, he did this already.
He's leading the league.
And he's not and nowhere near the MVP 4th, 5th in MVP conversations.
Because when you look at his defensive rating and how teams are doing the same thing that they're doing the same goon to him, how can you? People are starting to especially the analysts and the players who are doing podcasts they're outspoken about this right now of Luka being picked on. It's him and Austin Reeves. They're not even picking on the 41-year-old. They're picking on Luka and Austin Reeves.
So where's the expectation in that? Is my question.
There are people who say Maul about to tell me he's top 5. Maul
I think
he's top 5.
Yeah, no doubt. But the expectation for them to be good.
Expectations for the top 5 players in the league.
I don't think anyone is seeing the Lakers making the conference finals this year. No one.
No. But I also
that's
don't
why
think
that's why I'm at with it.
I also don't think the Pistons will get to the conference finals.
I was gonna say we're not saying a team. And the question was what player, because I don't see Houston making the Western Conference Finals.
Who's we?
If Kevin Durant, hold on, wait.
Who's we?
Hold on, pause. If Kevin Durant plays insanely good in the first round, and we take, let's say we go against Minnesota, take them to 7. Kevin Durant plays great. Nothing changes. Nothing. So that's why I'm confused.
I don't have any. I honestly don't.
This is where y'all miss me with the ring culture. So what's the expectation? To win the chip, right?
Yeah.
So that should mean you should have the most pressure on you if you have a legit chance of winning a chip. That's where I'm at. I don't think the Lakers have a legit chance to win a chip.
You think the Cavs do?
To be honest, if Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, I mean, if they could play their best basketball, yeah. The East is a little more open, in my opinion.
I don't know. Again, if they play their best basketball.
Okay. So what team y'all got coming out the East? Wholeheartedly, like this is a lock.
You wearing a jersey right now?
No way.
I got
Boston. Not.
No way.
So
we're back in 2024 with this.
If I had to put money on a team to come out of the East, I would put my money on Boston.
March 17th, let's put money on it.
Definitely not put my money on New York, who's been losing to mediocre teams lately.
Real quick.
I didn't know. This is news to me. I didn't know Boston was a lock to make the finals as of today.
No, they're not a lock. But if I had to pick out Detroit,
I'm just
New
saying,
York, Cleveland, Boston,
I just heard 3 Bostons.
Yeah,
if I had to, if I was a betting man and I had to put money on the team to make it out of the East, the team that I would put my money on is Boston.
Detroit, New York, Boston, Cleveland, and who's in 5th? Miami?
Toronto.
My bad. Toronto. So out of them 5 teams, you telling me you picking somebody different than who we just picked?
Hold on, real quick. Tone, I want to build off of that real quick before we move on, because this is the main event conversation we're about to get to. I'm going to ask everybody, okay? You have 2 options to get out of the Eastern Conference. You can take Boston, you can take the field. So you could take Boston or anybody else in the East to get to the finals. Doesn't matter who. Tone, and I think I know your answer.
Yeah. I will say this, before Jason Tatum got back, I probably would have said Detroit just be off of the last 20 games. And before that, I would have picked New York. But New York has been really mediocre the past 20 games. And so I might have picked Detroit. But now that Jason Tatum has come back and I've watched him score 20 plus in 3 of the 4 games that he's played, it's hard for me not to pick JT. And the big thing for me is he's playing defense, and we don't even have Vujicic back. Vujicic should be back right before the playoffs.
Kyson, Boston or the field in the East?
I'm going to the field, but I just want to say this. And y'all can put the Tatum injury. Y'all can, okay, I'll go. All right, sure. Tatum got hurt. Y'all going to lose regardless to the Knicks. Regardless, last year. Just putting that out there. Y'all lost last year. This team is slightly worse than last year.
We were last year? Do you know we have a better record right now than we did last year?
It's a different league, man.
So okay then. So we have a better record.
That doesn't mean this team. That doesn't make. Wait, whoa. The Rockets were better last year than this year. That doesn't mean that the team is better.
You said the Rockets were better last year than they are this year?
The record wise.
And who's
that's true.
I think this team is better than last year.
Without a point guard, you think this team is better?
Messed up. It's just messed up right now, man. Yeah, exactly. Injuries.
So how are you better?
They are on the team. They're on the team.
But they're not playing.
I'm saying that roster construction. The roster. If Adams is here,
If Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown were both hurt, I can't say we're better.
Yeah, that's your main guy.
Jason Tatum is now back. He is the main guy. So
he's not really back yet.
Freddie V ain't their main guy though, Tom.
Exactly.
He's their main
fifth option we talking about. This is fourth option we talking about on offense.
He's the main facilitator.
Fourth option on offense.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to field me. I'm going to the field. I think Detroit and New York. I'm leaning a little bit more towards them than Boston right now.
D-Lo, Boston or the field to come out the East?
Yeah, man. I would love to go to the field, but I can't. If I was a betting man and I had to put money on it, I would take Boston right now to come out of the East.
I agree. As much as I hate it and as much as I want the Knicks to come out of the East, Boston look damn near the way they did in 2024. They look very good. And now that they have Jason Tatum back and healthy, hopefully, fingers crossed, that Jason Tatum will be healthy throughout the entire NBA playoffs. I don't see anybody in the East beating him. As competitive as the East is right now, I don't see anybody beating him.
Yeah, I feel like Derek White is a better version than himself. I feel like Peyton Pritchard has confidence that we never seen. If you look at the others, you look at Gonzalez, you look at Garza. Like, these guys have developed into fabulous others. And again, Vucci Main will be back in 10 games. And that's another guy that stretches the floor and gives JB and JT opportunities that they were getting when they had Porzingis.
I'm just going to point this out.
Trash.
I'm just going to point this out.
He's one of the best three-point shooting bigs in the league.
Luka Garza is a bucket. Hey, Luka Garza is a bucket. Sorry, Kaisa, what were you saying?
I'm just going to say JT go want his reparations soon. That's all I'm going to say, man.
Dog, you keep trying to create the same madness that the rest of the media.
I'm not creating anything. Jaylen Brown is saying it. He's literally saying it takes humility.
He said that he loves that JT is back.
It takes humility to take some of my chicken and give it to bro. He literally is saying this out his mouth. I'm not creating nothing.
He said that he's glad JT is back. That's all I know.
He said both can be true.
Two things can be true.
Two things can be very true.
Yeah, and when he was the last time he was glad, we want a chip, boy.
I think the Celtics look scary, but again, Kyson, I do absolutely believe that somebody else could come out of the East. But if I was a betting man, I would bet on Boston and come out of the East. They look. I think they have the best coach in basketball, and I think they have the deepest roster.
Listen, if I was a betting man, I would put all of my money that the Cavs do not make it. All right. So I'm just gonna put that there. I didn't
say the Cavs was gonna make it.
No.
Miami might not even make the play-in.
And you're right. And you're 100% right. But listen, I had to rant about the Cavs last year, and look at where they're at in the same place. I can't wait for the playoffs.
I can't wait.
Oh, they're in the same.
Miami been in the play-in for 5 years in a row.
And you're right. We are the play-in kings.
The plan goes through Miami.
Nobody they don't want to see Miami in the play-in.
All right. Listen, okay, we got to get to our main event. I think this conversation can I think this can be a conversation that could blow up. So that was our NBA playoff conversation, which again, I think that was a great conversation because I do love the NBA playoffs and they are just right around the corner. I think there are an average of just about 12 or 13 games left in the NBA season, regular season. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, okay? SGA broke Wilt Chamberlain's record of most consecutive 20-plus point games. I believe that record was 127, and I think he's kept it going, and I believe he's at 128, 129 now. So, SGA is one of the most prolific scorers in NBA history. Here's what I want to do. And I'm going to direct this conversation more at you guys. I'm going to be the driver, okay? I'm going to drive. My hands are on the wheel. I'm looking straight out the windshield, okay? I'm focused on the road. You guys are I want you guys to be the ones to kind of debate around this. So I've come up with a few guys that have been elite scorers in NBA history. Yes, D-Lo.
Before we continue, can we talk about how SGA was stat padding to get that record? Can we talk about that real quick?
He absolutely is. Oh, yeah. But I just saw
the critics on Bam Adebayo's 83.
I was going to say, hold on.
I was going to say,
and we're not going to talk about SGA doing it. So I wanted to make it clear.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Go get
SGA was
go
up
get that record.
15 with like a minute and a half left in the game and wasn't at 20 points, and they kept him in the game up 15 with a minute and a half so he could break that record.
Yeah. No,
I'm just a messenger,
I
okay?
don't mind
I'm
it.
just a
Just like
messenger.
Records are made to be broken, brother.
Yep.
And they
just like I
are.
didn't mind Bam Adebayo, stat padding to get that record. I don't mind SGA.
So
stat
I
padding.
just want to point that out. I don't have a problem with it, but if you're okay with SGA, you have to be okay with Bam and vice versa.
You don't have to, but you
You
should.
have to.
You should.
You have to.
You should.
You'd be contradicting yourself.
You wrong. Yeah, you contradicting. You're wrong.
Okay.
Just because
So-
it's Kobe.
Now we've seen some of the more prolific scorers in NBA history, and well, none of them have done this record because now SGA holds this record. So, and again, there's a lot of different opinions about the way that SGA scores the basketball. So what I've done
In here.
I've gone and found some of the most prolific scorers in NBA history, pure scorers of the basketball. What I'm going to ask you is would you rather in terms of pure scorer edition, not who's the better player, who's the better defense. It is who is the better scorer of the basketball. Okay. Now we all go with the rules. Would you rather? First one, go with the guy that he just passed. Wilt Chamberlain. Who is the better scorer, SGA or Wilt Chamberlain?
SGA.
Yeah. I think when you look at it from a 3-level scoring perspective, like it's just not really a contest.
Kyson?
I'm gonna go Wilt, man. Mofo averaged 50. Ain't nobody averaging 50.
It's true.
Hey,
And
plumbers. Let me just.
he did play. He averaged 48.7 minutes a game. That means he played every single minute, every single overtime minute. So that's impressive. I get it. It was against our great grandfathers, but great grandfathers. But game is game. I'm gonna go Wilt.
I don't mind that. I think you can go either way with this one. Although I think you can go either way with a lot of these. Next one. Kyson, I'll start with you on this one. James Harden. Who is the better scorer of the basketball between SGA and James Harden?
Yeah, I'm gonna go James Harden, man. Like he's probably the best ISO scorer out there. Got the midi, got three, got in his prime, get to the lane, absolutely no effort, no problem. He was literally averaging 40 to keep us afloat because the roster just wasn't rostering. So he had to do what he had to do. Yeah. I'm going simply because this dude had to average 40 for us to get from 14 to third seed in a month span. If SGA I think we just need to see more SGA having to score. Like desperation, like, hey, we need 50 tonight, bro. And he gives it. So I'm going James Harden on that one.
Tone, SGA or James Harden? Who's the better scorer?
I will say this was a little tougher than the last one for me, but I might have to go SGA. We didn't see James Harden have the weight on his shoulders that early in his career. He was the sixth man. SGA didn't have the opportunity, but once he was given it, he's been averaging 30 for the past, 40 seasons. And I do think he's on the perfect team, whereas James Harden had opportunities, but I don't know if he was on the perfect team. And he's doing the same thing, but he's being a little more consistent. James Harden had, a 3-season run, and then he kind of fell off. SGA's pretty much broken the record that James Harden should have broken. If we want to talk about it, James Harden should have had this record.
Although I do think James Harden broke the record for most consecutive 30-point games. I do think he has that record, but
and it was quadruple teaming him to stop him from getting it. So
they were. D-Lo.
Like that's what I'm saying. I'm saying he wasn't it wasn't for the love of the game. It's because he literally had to.
That's fair. That's a fair argument. That's a fair argument. D'Lo, James Harden or SGA? Who's the better scorer?
Yeah, this one's easy to me. This one is James Harden. They quite literally had Rubio guarding James Harden behind him because they were so feared of a step back three. You'll never see that from SGA. You'll never see it. That alone, yeah. This one's not close for me.
They changed the
James
rules.
Harden. James Harden was SGA before SGA was SGA. We talk about the getting to the line. We talk about getting to his spot. That was James Harden. He had the step back. He had the floater. He had the mid range. He can go up, and he was we're talking prime James Harden. He was athletic. He put Draymond in the rim.
He
He
did.
put him there. That's depoy Draymond.
Yeah.
Like there was no flaw to prime James Harden in terms of scoring the basketball. There wasn't a flaw. It's James Harden. I think this one's not close. I don't think this one's close at all.
I like it. I like it. That's interesting. Okay, I'm glad that kind of went that direction. All right, SGA or Steph Curry, who's the better scorer, Tom?
Yeah, this is gonna be tough. I'd have to go SGA again. I don't see Steph breaking people down and doing what SGA does on a nightly basis. Steph is known for coming off of screens, and I think he scored the basketball almost more like Klay Thompson and late Ray Allen than he does SGA. SGA keeps his usage rate is closer to Jokic's, and he doesn't average as many turnovers. SGA does things for a more consistent basis than I've seen anyone in the league, including Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Do I think he's better than them? No, but he's been more consistent, and he doesn't even play in the fourth quarter a lot.
Kyson, I see you thinking hard about this one. You thinking hard about this one. Have you decided on who you believe is the better scorer between SGA and Steph Curry?
I'll probably go SGA just because the volume of what he can do in this amount of time. Curry was another one that barely played fourth quarters and was averaging 30. So they're kind of like in that same realm, but I think SGA works a little harder for his buckets than Steph Curry does. I honestly think this is a conversation between these two of high looks. Steph Curry is not dribbling much. He's coming off screens. He's passing, giving away, coming back. Versus SGA got that rock, pick and roll or no pick and roll. So I think this is an aesthetic one, and I would probably choose SGA over Curry on this one.
Low, Steph Curry or SGA? Who's the better scorer?
Yeah, I'm gonna defer here. I'm gonna say it's Steph. Not just the 3-point volume, because obviously he has that by the widest margin in the world. Not just from the line, but even beyond the line. But we're talking about, going out and getting you a bucket. Like we've seen Steph Curry do that. We've seen him ISO before. He can do that. That's just not his primary way of scoring the ball. But just because it's not the primary way doesn't mean that he can't do it. I've seen him one-on-one with LeBron. I've seen him go one-on-one with Chris Paul. Like I've seen that. And he's gotten buckets on those guys who are good defenders, by the way. So I think when I look at it in totality, I would take Steph Curry over SGA.
Yeah, I listen. I'm trying not to give my opinion too much on these because I really want to focus on your guys because I think this is a great conversation. I do think it's Steph also, just because he can do everything SGA can do as well, and maybe not get to the rim and finish at the rim as well as he can, but he can for his ability to move off the ball offensively. I think is elite. So because of that,
that's a crazy narrative because Steph is one of the best finishers around the rim for a guard his size, and we don't talk about it enough.
He is.
We don't talk about it enough.
All right. from Steph Curry to the second leading scorer in NBA history. Tone, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or SGA? Who's the better scorer?
Man, see, I feel like this question is kind of twisted, man. I would say again, SGA, like, and maybe I'm going aesthetics, I guess, what Kyson kind of said, but Kareem was not bringing the ball up. He's not being guarded at the 3-point line. He's catching the ball, a free throw extension, maybe slightly extended, and he's trying to back you down and hook shot. He didn't have the midi game the way SGA has the midi game. He definitely couldn't shoot the three the way SGA can shoot the three. It's just the way SGA is, his ability to score the ball. He's breaking you down. He's one of the most efficient scoring guards we've ever seen in the history of the game. It's hard for me to go against SGA right now.
Kyson, Kareem or SGA? Who's the better scorer?
Man, this one's a tough one because y'all gotta think Kareem was getting buckets like his whole career. Like
Yeah.
old man getting buckets, same spot. Give me the rock. I'm doing my move. You can't stop it. I'm sky hooking you. If I'm not sky hooking you, I'm faking up and under. Like for that reason, I gotta go Kareem. He was the all-time leading scorer for what 30 years before LeBron finally got him.
Yeah, long time.
And I just got to give credit to how crafty he is because he went fast. He didn't jump high. He wasn't a posterizer when he was with the Lakers, at least. And he just found a way. Him and Magic had a system. Like, give me this rock. I got it. And I understand what you're saying, Tone. SGA's not only does it look good, but it's efficient. But I just with SGA, he has a lot of people's games in the one. I don't think we ever seen SGA's game put together how it is, but we've seen different people. He kind of like picked apart a lot of people and made it his own. SGA, but for Kareem, no one plays like Kareem. No one. So for that reason alone, I gotta go Kareem. He was too crafty.
Yeah, he had the most unguardable move of all time. D-Lo, SGA or Kareem? Who is the better scorer?
Ian, I want to give my opinion on this because I don't think having the most unguardable move in NBA history makes you a better scorer.
Okay.
We could say the same thing for Dirk. Dirk has, well, many would consider the second most unguardable move in NBA history with that one-legged fade.
Mhm.
But am I going to sit here and say that Dirk is a better scorer than somebody else just because of that one move? No, I'm not. Now, do I think Dirk is a better scorer than a lot of people? Yeah, of course he is. But if we're talking the best of the best, and I need you to go out and get me a bucket from anywhere, I trust SGA more in this situation than I trust Kareem. Anywhere outside of what are we giving Kareem? 18 feet, maybe? Outside
Yeah.
of maybe a mid-range. I'm not taking Kareem outside of that range. And so for that, like when I'm looking at scoring, I'm looking at the entirety of the floor in a half court setting. And him not being able to shoot that point is a big deal for me when it comes to scoring the basketball. I'm going SGA.
And Jamal,
Okay.
real quick, before you move on, Jamal, that this is a tough conversation that I have with some of my friends, and I always like to implement that. Just imagine if Kareem played today. Like he has the arsenal he had in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, and he had a 3-pointer.
And because he'd adapt. He'd adapt.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't know if everyone adapts because I don't know if Shaquille O'Neal ever adapts. I don't know if Ralph
That's a
Sampson
tough one.
ever
That's a tough one.
adapts. I don't know if Wilt Chamberlain ever adapts. I feel like Wilt
Kareem,
Chamberlain.
though?
I think
Look at
Kareem.
Giannis. Giannis Antetokounmpo is probably a shorter, quicker version of Wilt Chamberlain. That's what most people say. Giannis still can't shoot the 3-pointer.
Yeah, that's a
You know
good
what I'm
point.
saying? And so
Good
I
point.
think that, and then it got to, I'm sorry, but I didn't want to just, shorten or throw your points in the trash, twin. But Will Will played against people that couldn't really defend him. If Will played against Shaquille O'Neal, it would have been a completely different era for Wilt Chamberlain. Bill Russell tore him up, and like that team killed Will. And so if Wilt is the most, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a reason why SGA keeps being number one because they can't stop SGA.
Yeah, and the thing is that I don't think that Kareem and Wilt wouldn't be good in this era because they would. They
Yeah.
would, and to your point, he would be like a Giannis in a way where he can be so efficient from this one range that he doesn't have to expand. But just because he's that efficient in that range, I'm not putting Giannis as a top tier scorer of the basketball just because he is averaging a whole lot of points. Now, it's great that he is, but when we're talking pure scorer, as in this convo, I don't think that that's the case.
See, I get what y'all saying. My only thing is there's just no way y'all believe Wilt and Kareem if they were put in today's like they were born in 2000. They're born in 2001, right? They're in the NBA today. They don't got a 3-pointer. They don't got ball handling, or one of the two. There's just no way. Giannis at least got handle. Giannis can like
I'll give him the handle. I think
they
that they could
they're
have
gonna
that.
have a deeper bag than what they had, and that's why this conversation is kind of tough for me. I'm kind of considering like, hey man, if they played today, they wouldn't just be shooting sky hooks all day. They couldn't, and they
It
know that.
depends on the player. Jalen Duran doesn't have a jumper. Shaquille O'Neal didn't have a jumper.
Yeah, but he ain't no all-time leading scorer. He averaging 25, 30 a game.
But the way that they're guarding players now is different than they guarded players 25 years ago, and definitely the way different than they guarded players 50 years ago. And
That's
so
what I'm saying. It's just tough, man.
It's tough. This is a tough conversation. You think those first four were tough? These last four, I think this is where we're gonna get our money's worth. Starting with SGA and LeBron James. Who is the better scorer of the basketball?
what are you asking?
I was just thinking that. So, Tone, we'll start with you. Who's the better scorer, LeBron or SGA?
Braun is the best basketball player I've ever seen. He's not my GOAT. He is not the GOAT, but he's the best basketball player I've ever seen play the game.
Here we go.
With all that being said,
Oh my
SGA
Lord!
the better scorer of the basketball.
I knew it. I knew this was gonna turn some heads.
LeBron can't shoot the three the way SGA is shooting the ball right now. If SGA continues to do what he is doing for the next 10 years, he's going to break a lot of records, boy. And I again, I don't know if it's possible because if you look at James Harden and the wear and tear on James Harden's body, and that's probably who I would compare. And through this conversation, I would say has given me the toughest comparison. But James Harden's peak was here, and then shortly after that, to me it was like 3 or 4 year window. He just hasn't been the same. And I feel like SGA has accomplished so much, especially scoring the ball so quickly. And if he continues to maintain this, it's going to be hard to compare. Like they're going to have to adjust the game the same way they changed it for James Harden. They're going to have to adjust it to stop SGA. And that's the only way I see this narrative being changed for me. LeBron James doesn't even get the fouls that SGA gets. And so that's part of the game. That was part of the reason why James Harden was able to score the basket. He was shooting 16 free throws per game. That was part of the reason why he averaged 36, 37 points. If SGA can continue to do this and manipulate the system, I don't know how I can veer off. SGA he's that guy right now.
Lo, you did not seem too happy about Tone's answer. Who's the better scorer of all time, SGA or the King, LeBron James?
And this one's LeBron. And I'm still trying to wrap my mind around SGA. being a better scorer than LeBron. Because, in all honesty, I don't know how. Like, is the gap between SGA's 3-pointer and LeBron's 3-pointer enough to overcome everything else that LeBron gives you on the floor?
LeBron shoots the midi the same percent, the same accuracy that SGA shoots the midi.
Yeah, in his prime. Yeah,
no, he does not.
yeah.
No,
Especially from like a turn away, they were literally calling that man LeBron. So he was doing everything from that mid range, floaters, turnaround J's. He was doing it all. So we're gonna see here, like LeBron makes his money from mid range and inside, but that doesn't mean he can't shoot the 3 ball. We've seen him shoot the 3 ball. We've seen him shoot it from the logo. Now,
but efficiently is different, and that's why I'm giving this argument to SGA. You've seen LeBron
shoot what 53% shooter for his career.
Well, LeBron for going, he goes to the basket. He is known for going to the basket.
That's scoring.
Yes, but we're talking about pure score.
Ain't nothing LeBron can do, bro.
3 levels are different than 1 level.
Real quick, Tone. Kyson, real quick. I want to get your answer. Who's the better scorer, SGA or LeBron?
It's LeBron James. It's the number one, 43,000 points. I get it. Y'all don't want to count the stats. Y'all just want to look. Oh, it look nice. Oh, he's stepping back. Ooh, bruh. It don't matter how it look. I'm coming down this lane. Stop it. Okay, they don't call a foul. Guess what? I'm still coming down this lane. Stop it. All right, that's not y'all boxing then. All right, bet. Let me fade away. Let me post you up. Fade away. That's not working. All right. Look at this ball. Shoot this 3.
In your mouth too, by the way.
5 for 8 from 3. What do we talk? Efficiency? The man averages 54% for his career. No matter how you want it. However much you want it.
I'm pretty sure SGA is right around there as well.
SGA got to keep going for me to put him over.
He's got to keep going. He's done this for 23 years.
Well, we can't judge the man for the future of his game. We have to judge him for what he's accomplished thus far.
And he's not there yet.
He's not there yet.
He's not there yet.
He's not where?
If I'm dropping 2018 Cavs LeBron into the NBA right now, he would be averaging more.
35 type.
He would be averaging more than SGA.
But Tracy McGrady has averaged more points in 1 year than a lot of other players. Are you telling me that Tracy McGrady is the most pure scorer of all?
No. I'm not telling you
Wilt Chamberlain averaged 50 points for a season. Are you telling me, like, that's what I'm saying? Like, I can't take that one conversation and just give them because they were capable of scoring. LeBron James is a 1.5 level scorer in comparison to SGA. He's a 3 level
1.5. We're talking 1.5.
Yeah, and LeBron's not a 3-point shooter.
So why didn't Bill Russell average 45 right behind?
Bill Russell wasn't a scorer.
Okay, Elgin Baylor, he averaged what? I think that same
34.
season, he averaged 34. He ain't averaged no 50. Same competition.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, y'all can't. I get it. I know he went against my great uncle. I get it, 100%. He did it though. He averaged
a 7-1 Giannis playing against 5-footers
in the NBA, bro.
Okay,
they put it in there.
That's a good point. He was playing against who?
But I will say, look, maybe I was a little all right. Maybe SGA is a better scorer than Wilt. I'll go there. But LeBron, nah, he's not there yet. Because LeBron can do everything SGA can do. He just didn't want to, and he still went thousands of games without cracking under 10 points on some cool, like just hooping.
Yeah. SGA is looking like he's going to get there. He has already broken the 20-point record.
Great,
but Tone, to your point, you can't judge him on what he's looking like he's doing. You like you said, you
that's
can
why
only judge him
I just said he's already broken the 20-point record, a record that LeBron didn't break.
That is true. So that's another good point. It's another good point. So again, that was
You gotta
the
get that
first
10-point joint.
Like that's
You gotta get
That's
the lower,
insane to me,
lower
dude.
point average. We want him to get
1800.
the
It was like
lower.
18 games, bro. Why we discredit? That's what I'm saying. We got to discredit to prove a point.
I'm not discrediting. I'm crediting him scoring 20, which is more than 10. So LeBron James was not the bigger, stronger athlete. The guy you're saying is better. He wasn't capable of cracking the 20 point.
But like I said, James Harden has the 30-point record in terms of consecutive games, and you still chose SGA.
And that's why I said it would have that was the closest argument for me. That one was the toughest one. But when I talk about longevity, to me, James Harden's his peak was maybe I think it actually was top of the better than SGA's.
So what about LeBron's?
What do you say?
What about LeBron's?
Yes, peak LeBron was better than I've seen SGA.
The scores, just scoring.
Not
just scoring.
No. I think he's capable because he could run you over. But as far as pure, what it says down bottom is pure score addition. When I think about a pure score, you can do it efficiently and effectively at 3 levels. That's why I know Kevin Durant is coming up. I know he has to be a part of this conversation. The only person that I'm going to head and shoulders and give it to is Kevin Durant.
Oh, this next guy's going to be very interesting then.
Like what? I don't like that's blowing my. Let's take 2013, 2014 right now. He averaged
1 year,
57% from the field
and shot from the 3,
and shot 38% from the 3. How's that any different from what SGA is doing right now?
SGA does it every year. To where I've seen
He doesn't. He doesn't.
What do you mean you don't? LeBron has shot like 20 something from the 3-point.
Okay.
And still average 30.
Okay, but listen.
And still average 30.
Ever since SGA has been the primary guy.
We're talking pure score, Kyson. We're not talking about 1
at
year.
LeBron's peak. We're talking about at his absolute
No. That's not the conversation. We're talking about
How
pure scorer.
If we're talking about today, LeBron James today, then it's SGA. LeBron 40.
You have to factor in all of them. LeBron is a rookie as well. Pure
the entirety of his
score
career,
addition.
The entirety of his career.
Pure score addition.
Average 25 a game. Oh,
I watched Russell Westbrook average 30, 12, and 11.
What does he add? What does Russ average overall though?
That's the same conversation for LeBron James.
25 a game off 54% shooting.
And that is
20
what
years.
He's doing.
20
But he's doing
years.
it at 3 levels.
So is LeBron.
Listen, SGA
No,
is
he's
getting,
not. I just told you the man is shooting 20
Yeah,
something.
some years he did, some years he did. Bro, so you mean to tell me SJ is shooting 40% from 3 his whole career?
No, but he's done it more times than LeBron.
they've done it the same.
Has SGA averaged 25 his whole career so far?
No, he didn't get a chance to. He wasn't playing.
SGA has shot
That's why it's
1
LeBron.
year. One
But
year
he's
where
not
his
doing
3-point
it
percentage was
proficiently
over
at 3
40%.
levels.
Right now?
1 year.
His entire career.
1 year, Tone, where he shot over 40% from the 3. 1 year.
That's what
Yes,
I'm like.
LeBron has 1 year where he shot over 40% from the 3.
And SGA
They're
shooting
the
was 30,
same.
37 or more, right?
They're the same.
SGA shooting how many years has he shot above 35?
4?
This conversation has gotten I've gotten everything.
So wait, so hold on. My thing is
4.
So if
But when
LeBron
you look at it, from the moment that SGA has become the primary guy, he shot 30% and then 34% and then 35%. And now we're up to where he's at now at 37 and 38.
And so he's
So
never
he
shot
has
below
improved.
30. Never shot below 30.
He was shooting 30% from the 3 when he started.
But he never shot below 30, right?
And you hold on, wait. He literally said James Harden didn't start off. He was the 6th man, right? That was for 3 years.
Oh,
SGA was not the man for the first 5 years.
And then I also
years.
and then I
LeBron
came
always
back
been
with
the man.
James Harden's peak was here, and after that, he's.
LeBron averaged 30 at 20. What are we talking about?
You said
I'm going
what?
LeBron, bro. You can change my
Yeah,
mind.
I'm
You
not.
couldn't,
I'm not
man.
here
You
to
call
change
my
your
mind.
this is
mind. I'm here to
Braun.
shoot my mouth.
This
Change my
is
mind.
this is
My
Braun.
perspective. I'm here to change your
This is
mind.
Braun.
Hey,
All
some
right, all right. Well,
some
see,
people like being wrong.
I'm there you
This is
go.
insane, dude.
That's why I'm rocking. That's why I'm rocking Boston today, because I like being wrong.
Nah, we're looking like we headed for the number one spot, brother. I ain't mad at you.
All right, you thought that was gonna. This is gonna be another interesting one. And Kyson, I want to start with you. SGA again, pure scorer edition. SGA or Kobe Bryant? Fiend.
Until we can see SGA squad of necessity, I'm gonna go Kobe on this one.
I like it.
Again,
I like it.
till I can see SGA need. Hey, bro, we need 60 tonight. Bet. Hey, bro, we need 45 tonight. All right, bet. Until I can see that, I'm gonna go Kobe. These are players you're putting up now that, hey, like I know I said it 3 times, but bro, Kobe, I need 60 tonight, bro. I need 65. I'm gonna do that in 3 quarters, bet. Until SGA can show me that.
Are you saying that SGA's never done that before? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not. He definitely has.
Oh, so
For a whole season?
What you mean
For a
by
whole season? For a whole season.
when is Kobe
I'm
average
asking you.
60 points for a season? Kobe's, I think his highest point is 36 points, right?
Right. And they made the playoffs that year. So they needed him to do that, to make the playoffs. That's my point I'm making. That's what I'm saying. Is that not true or not? When is SGA needed to score 36 a game every single night? When?
I think he could have if he played. He missed 20 something fourth quarters last season. If you're gonna tell me if he played those games, he would have averaged 36 points. He just averaged 30.
Hey, and if my joint was 10 ball, I wouldn't be here. Let's just say that.
Low, Kobe or SGA? Who's the better scorer?
This one's Kobe.
That's
That's all I got. I'm not. Yeah, it is as simple as
All right.
that.
All right, the tone. There's a reason why I went to you on the last on this one. Who's the better scorer, SGA or Kobe Bryant?
I'll say this: that if I think SGA played when I watched Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant and Stephon Marbury and Corey Maggette and those guys, I think SGA would average 30. Oh, and hold on, let me put T-Mac in there as well. I think SGA would have averaged the same amount, if not more points, as those guys. So, with that being said, right now, with him averaging 30 points, I'm going to go with SGA.
Listen, this conversation, I'm getting everything I wanted from this conversation. This is amazing. I'm glad I'm just driving because Kyson D'Lo, no rebuttal to Tone saying
We're talking
SGA is a
about
better scorer than
Kobe Bean Bryant.
The guy
That's what
who
we're
missed the
talking
most
about,
shots
right?
in NBA history? The same guy?
Yes, same guy.
Okay.
Same guy. That's who we're talking about?
Yes.
Kyson, and any rebuttal?
I'm just waiting on who.
I could only imagine what SGA would be doing if he played alongside Shaquille O'Neal. What in the world?
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
no,
That's interesting. That's interesting. But there's a reason why I'm not involved in this conversation. Okay. Next. Tony mentioned him earlier. And here he is. Who's the better scorer? SGA or the Slim Reaper, Kevin Durant?
Oh yeah, this is about as easy as them fellas was trying to say, man. Kevin Durant, man, he's 3-level scorer. He's 7 foot. There's very few people that can actually stop him from shooting the basketball anywhere on the floor. I watched him put LeBron James in a spin cycle. I've watched him kill everybody. Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's very little people who can stop KD from doing what he does. Has he scored as many points as LeBron James? No, but he's way more effective shooting the basketball. And again, he can attack. And his mini game is one of the best mini games we've ever seen.
Agreed. Kaisen, KD or SGA? Who is the better scorer?
Man, believe it or not, this one's kind of tough for me because again, this is like about aesthetic, how it looks, because they both are very similar in terms of very efficient, get to their spots. It's not really up to you if they make it's up to them. Um, I probably have to slightly go Kevin Durant. My only thing about Kevin Durant is y'all said something very important this last little segment. Y'all talking about the whole joint, right? What I'm seeing from Kevin Durant right now, bro. I I've never seen LeBron be this flustered from double teams. Never seen Jordan, Kobe, dudes that got doubled on a daily basis. I've never seen them be this flustered. I've seen every time we're on primetime TV and this man gets doubled, he panics. That's just, and we kind of seen this in that Brooklyn series against Milwaukee back in 21. They just threw everybody at him. Like, hey man, make somebody else beat us. He still went crazy, which is why I'm gonna have to give it to him slightly. But listen, this is not a knock on SGA. SGA is killing it. I just think he just got to keep doing it. I think there's going to be a time in his career where the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to be asked out. They're not going to be. They're not going to have 20 picks. They're not going to have J Dub and Chet and so on and so forth. They're just going to have SGA, and they're going to, hey bro, we need 50 tonight. Hey, we need whatever tonight. He will get there. If he does get there, I'll put him over all these guys we didn't say it. But I think situations matter, to be honest.
Low, who's the better scorer, SGA or Kevin Durant?
AD. Let's move on.
Yeah, agreed. I'm KD. You guys know how I feel about KD. He's the best scorer of all time, and the most skilled player of all time. So, but finally, the last one. I'm very intrigued to see where this goes. D-Lo, I'm gonna start with you. The better scorer between SGA and Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
That face you make when the rage bait.
You know, this is tough.
Really?
Yeah, really. This is tough. The same thing we were Tone, I'm going to use your logic here. Same thing we were talking about with LeBron applies to MJ. MJ is not an efficient 3-point shooter. Does that play? Tone?
Man shot
Into your
19% from the field.
19% from the field.
From the 3-point line.
Oh.
Michael Jordan did in a season.
Low.
But when you look at everything else though, like he does everything better than SGA.
Everything?
Yes.
I don't think he can handle the basketball the way SGA does.
From a scoring perspective.
That's part of how he scores. That's why Allen Iverson was so proficient. You couldn't stop AI from dribbling the basketball. That's why he shook Mike the way he shook Mike. What do you mean? The way he dribbles the basketball. That's why James Harden is as effective as he's been. The step back, it's part of the game.
It is.
I can give you my answer right now, but
That's kind of why I was iffy with the KD one. Handle ain't all the way there, but he's still the better scorer. Y'all, no, hell no. Y'all said the whole joint.
Yeah,
the
Kevin
whole
Durant is
joint
averaging
from start to
26
finish.
points right now.
Yeah,
Who you got? Who you got, low?
Y'all be moving the goalposts.
yeah. This no, it's tough. I'm still gonna go MJ. Um, I'm gonna give him the same credit that I did LeBron because I think LeBron is also a better scorer than SGA. Everywhere else, I think MJ has him beat. The 3-point is the only place where I don't think that he has it. But again, I think that using Tone's logic again, if you were to plop him in this era, I think he could develop a three ball.
Yeah.
I think he could. I'm gonna go MJ. I'm gonna go MJ.
Kyson,
That's tough.
who's the better scorer?
I'm just
The
saying.
GOAT, MJ or SGA?
I really
And the
don't.
goat's LeBron, but we'll move on.
I don't. This conversation is. I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but I just don't like how. Again, bro. Every time we do these hypotheticals, it's this criteria, then it's that criteria, then it's this criteria. So I'm just really lost right now. I'm gonna say Jordan and move on, man.
Tone, who's the better scorer? Michael Jordan or SGA?
I will say that this is tougher than I initially thought when you said the name, because I do feel as though I have similar issues with the way Mike scored the basketball that I do LeBron James. However, and take this the way you want to take it, but LeBron James has lacked the ability to score the basketball from the free throw line. And he doesn't get the calls that players like James Harden, SGA, Jalen Brunson, and many others get. Having the ability to manipulate the system makes you successful at scoring. Like that's
Yeah.
an ability. That's a skill set.
Yeah.
I think that my man Mike would have been able to manipulate the system the same way. He didn't, because that wasn't what they were doing back in the 80s. They were playing tougher basketball. But Mike averaged 36 points in the playoffs. In the playoffs, where people play their toughest brand of basketball. And he was not shooting free throws. With all that being said, I think that he is the better scorer.
Man, okay, I gotta be honest. I was not expecting that. I thought you were gonna say SGA for his ability to shoot the three
The
ball.
goalpost.
And that's, let me
The
also
goalpost has
Thank
been
you.
moved again.
Thank you, bro.
The what?
Please.
The goalpost
No,
has
that's
been
that's,
moved
that's
again.
definitely
those are
right.
actual facts. When I thought through the LeBron situation, I'm like, yo, Braun shot like 72% from the free throw line.
Yeah,
So
he's
you
not
can
a very
literally
good
hack a Braun at the end of a game. You can hack
Yeah.
a Braun. The same way you can hack a Shaq, you can hack a Braun. 3-level scoring, being able to win a game at the free throw line is part of you being an elite scorer. I'm sorry, but if I'm playing ball on a team with my bro, and my bro is lacks a free throw, give me the ball at the end of the game. You can't be the best scorer on the floor, and you can't make a free throw.
That's a good point. LeBron is not a very good free throw shooter.
With all that
It's
being
been
said,
moved again.
Mike
how
wasn't a
all
very
I'm
good
saying.
that's not part of scoring.
But you just
It's
said
all-
Mike
free throw's
wasn't
not a part of scoring.
Mike wasn't that good of a 3-point shooter, and you put the edge over him, SGA. But you saying LeBron ain't a better free throw shooter or a 3-point shooter, which is not true.
Yeah, that's two benefactors. That's
It's
two.
not true. 3-point was not true. Free throw, I'll give you.
How's
But
3-point not true?
he got to keep going. You know the man in like year 8,
I
right?
can't give him years that he hasn't had yet.
So we're going off right now.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. He's trending towards being better than LeBron, but overall, he's not a better 3-point shooter than LeBron was his entire career yet. He's got to keep going, bro. He has to. That you can't use this logic for this and then use this logic for that. No. Use the same logic.
3-level scoring. I'm going
So right
to
now-
LeBron has that.
So as of right now, LeBron for his career has shot 34.8% from three. Okay, 34.8.
Which is not bad.
SGA right now is at 35.9 from three. So technically, SGA does have a better 3-point percentage than
and you're
LeBron.
saying that you think
By
that-
like
we're all
like
gonna
like
say that
like,
you think
like
he's gonna get
Elo
better.
said, is it a glaring? Is it way here? It's 40%, 30%. No.
How many? Let me ask you a question. How many 3-point shots do you think LeBron would shoot at the beginning of his career in comparison to the amount of 3-point shots that SGA shoot?
That's not what we're asking. He developed a
We
three.
are
It was
asking that
part of his
because
game.
if
Now he's
SGA,
shooting
if SGA started out his career shooting
bad.
more 3-pointers and being more effective, then that means that LeBron James is never going to be the level of scorer from deep that SGA is, because he's shooting more threes and he's shooting them more effectively.
You don't know that. Again, you saying you don't know how he's gonna be. How do you know SGA might fall off a cliff from three? He might be shooting 29%.
Okay. I will say on average, the first 5 years, 6 years of his career, LeBron was shooting more threes than SGA has been.
And he developed it. And it got better and better and better. And he developed it to 35%.
It didn't get better and better and better. LeBron has had peaks, but then he's fallen off a cliff. He ain't shooting a clip right now. Right now, I believe he's not shooting.
40.
LeBron shooting 40% from the clip right now?
He is 40.
Stand by.
Oh.
Stand by. LeBron is shooting.
He's shooting like 31, 32.
He's shooting 31% from three right now.
Let me know what SGA doing at 40, bro, because that matters. I'm sorry. It just does. Man been doing this consistently, like you say, consistently for 20 plus years. This is the 1 year at 40, by the way. This is the 1 year we can say, man, LeBron fell off. For real.
I don't think LeBron fell off.
Exactly.
I think his usage rate is down in comparison. I mean, he got Luka Doncic on his team. I would love to see what that conversation is, SGA over Luka. But yeah, it's just
he's still playing right now. I had to go some of the greats.
I would pick.
I just don't understand how the goalpost moved. We're talking about 3-level scoring, and MJ is not a 3-level scorer. I think he could be.
I don't think he could shoot he only shot the three ball proficiently, I think 2 seasons, maybe 3. But again, that's why I said the free throws, because that has to be added into the conversation. Mike shot the free throws way better than LeBron did over his career. LeBron, again, you could literally hack a LeBron at the end of a game.
Sure. But then the difference that LeBron shoots in a better 3-point percentage makes up for that deficit.
And the
Does
points
it
in the
not?
paint.
No, because
The points in
Michael
the paint
Jordan
is a
led the
large
league in
margin.
scoring.
What do you mean,
It's
no?
like 5 or 6 times.
No,
How many
what do you
times
mean,
LeBron James led the league in
no?
scoring?
What do you mean?
How many times did
no?
LeBron lead the league in scoring?
Yeah,
At least twice.
One time.
once.
Once.
Michael did it, I believe, 5 or 6 times.
Michael did it 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4, 5,
Yeah, that's
6,
the point
You
he's
just
making.
told me.
Mike did way better than what SJ does. It don't matter how it look.
Michael Jordan was a
better.
10-time scoring champion.
Yeah, 10 times. My bad. I said 6. I underappreciated Mike. Sorry.
Exactly,
Sorry.
with no 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. LeBron only did it 1 time with a 3.
And I'm that's what I'm saying.
Y'all
Like,
are
I'm
shooting
just,
yourselves in the foot. Y'all are literally pulling your foot out and taking a toast and
Bro,
shooting yourself in the foot.
listen to me, Tone. Listen, you're telling me that
This is
LeBron
fucking
cannot be a better scorer than SGA because he does not shoot the 3 ball as efficiently.
And I can hack a LeBron James in the foot.
No. You did not bring that up until the MJ convo.
I didn't
You did
need to
not
bring it up. That's why I
once.
brought it up, because I feel like
You-
MJ
no.
is someone that you can't hack a shot.
You did not bring that up
I
once
did
during
not
the
need
LeBron
to.
conversation.
Y'all get me. Why would I bring it up if I don't need to? I didn't need to.
Exactly. We didn't need to bring it up.
I did, because MJ is damn near as effective from 3 as LeBron is, except for those 2 or 3 years.
Was Dallas doing that? Was Dallas hacking LeBron?
Did you
Pushing to
just
the free throw
say
line?
MJ was as effective as LeBron from the
What's
3-point
MJ?
line?
What's MJ's
Jamal.
percentage from 3-point?
Was-
Maul,
But
if you doing-
his career 3-point percentage is 33.9.
What
Or,
do
no,
you
I'm
want me
sorry,
to do?
no, I'm sorry, 32.7.
What you want me to do? It's less than 2 points below. And so are you gonna tell me if Michael Jordan wanted to be a better 3-point scorer, he couldn't have been?
Well, when I said that about
I'm-
Wilt and Kareem, oh no, because Giannis.
They literally didn't shoot the ball past
That-
15,
that might-
15 feet. Come on, bro. Don't do that. Don't do
Kareem
that.
shot middies.
That might be a little different though, Kyson.
Kareem shot
Kareem
18
shot
footers.
middies.
Kareem
Yo,
shot.
I didn't
20
even watch
footers.
Kareem. Now you're gonna tell me that Kareem shot middies.
I'm just saying, like, why are free throws
I'm
being
not saying
considered
oh my
in
God,
scoring?
all right.
No, that's a part of scoring. That's a part of scoring.
I don't give it. No, it is
Y'all
not.
said James Harden, and he literally averaged 16 free throws for his best year of his career.
That free throws are a part of
Jay-
scoring, though.
James Harden had Ricky Rubio guarding him behind him, literally behind him.
You gonna tell me that you ain't seen people try to double SGA?
We're not saying he a bum.
I'm not saying he's trash.
I'm just saying that
I'm not
if
saying he's
if-
trash.
if the same way I watched Tracy McGrady averaged more points than Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and Allen Iverson in the years of all their primes. This is 98, 99? These is his prime. These are prime hoopers. I watched T-Mac outscore all of them. I think SGA would do similar things. I watched Allen Iverson average 30 plus in his prime. I think that SGA would have been doing the same thing, if not better, if I took him out and sat him in that league.
Real quick. Okay, real quick. And I didn't put him on this list, but I absolutely should have. But now that you bring him up, the better scorer of all time, Tone, SGA or AI?
Oh, without a doubt, SGA.
Okay.
Honestly, and Allen Iverson my GOAT, but he couldn't. He had the midi game and he was able to attack the basket, but he didn't. He did not shoot the three the same way SGA shoots the three.
Hey, Low and Kyson.
When we say that for
Look,
Mike,
hey.
why is it different?
Hold on. Hey, hold on. Real quick.
Michael Jordan averaged 36 points in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
For a career. What are we talking about here?
Hey, hold on, real quick. Low and Kyson. Allen Iverson or SGA?
Y'all got to go back and watch and do a little bit of your history.
Kyson and D-Lo. AI or SGA? Better scorers.
And then y'all got to go check percentages. AI my favorite player, but he don't shoot the percentages that SGA shooting, bro. I'm just keeping it 100.
Y'all, bro.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. All right.
My thing is if y'all think Jokic, if he was playing with Wilt, if he was playing with Kareem, he was playing in the 70s, 80s when a 3-point wasn't a thing. If y'all think this man would be shooting threes,
Sabonis's pops did.
but were they dominant? Were they dominant?
They watched the history of Sabonis. They said he was better than Michael Jordan,
in the
dog.
NBA? At the NBA, are they NBA all-time centers? You couldn't do that in the 80s. That's one day game. Y'all not shooting no threes. Get your ass on this block. Jokic can get on the block. Jokic gets on the block a lot of the time. He can get down low and do that. That's what be his game if he was playing in the 70s and the 80s. For y'all to think that if these dudes were born in today's era and they wouldn't develop a three, wouldn't develop a jump shot, a handle, because now as a big man, you need that. You need that in today's NBA. So you saying, oh, SGA can go do this in the 90s and such and such.
Yo, Rasheed Wallace, Kevin Garnett. There was an abundance of players
KG was not shooting no threes like that.
Played.
So KG shot threes.
Back to the basket.
So KG shot threes.
Yeah, Rasheed Wallace shot threes.
Okay, so we're saying KG shot threes. Kevin Garnett, Mr. Long, Mr. 20-footer himself, foot on the line.
He shot more threes than a lot of other dudes that were his height. Rasheed Wallace.
Where is he on the all-time scoring list? Where's he in this conversation?
Who?
KG.
I'm saying that you're saying that just because those players would have been moved to this generation that they would have developed 3-pointers.
And they put up 30-some thousand points. I don't care who it is against. They 2,
But that
3,
has
4,
to
5.
matter.
All right, then what are we talking about?
I could go play against little kids right now and I average 40. But if I go play against Ball and his homies, I'm not going to average 40.
NBA, Tone.
Yes,
that's not the
but it was a
Basketball
different
Association,
game.
bro. That's still an NBA. It's still in the record books. You can't discredit that because you like how SGA looks.
I'm not discrediting.
You like you because it got braids like you, bro. That's not how that
We're
works,
talking about
bro.
pure scoring edition.
Like,
I'm just saying that SGA does it from 3 levels. Like when I go back and again, I look at Allen Iverson, I look at Tim Hardaway. There were dudes that had killer crossovers at that time, but there wasn't an abundance of them. There's much more of an abundance of guys who got killer crossovers now. There were guys that could shoot the balls differently back then. They chose to develop that skill set.
Jokic averages how much a game? 28, right? 20 and a half, 29?
Probably about 28.
Right. He's averaged last year. He averaged what 30. Year before that, averaged 27, 28.
30-point triple-double.
He's a prolific scorer just because he has 3 levels. He has layup, he got midi, he got post game, he got 3. Just because it don't look like SGA, he's still doing it. Like it's still getting done.
So you're saying that Wilt and Kareem would be doing what Jokic is doing?
I'm not saying that, but they would. All I'm saying, they would be required.
They wouldn't be required.
Yes, they would. Yes, they would, bro. Look at Embiid. Look at the top centers in the NBA. You want to be a dog? You need a 3.
Who the top 5 centers in the league? Who the top 5 centers in the league?
Who's number 1 though?
Jokic.
Okay, what does he do? 3 levels.
Okay, and him and Embiid are probably the only 2.
Exactly.
Boy, Bam shoots 3s now. Bam got 2 games where he's shooting 3s effectively, and now we throwing him in the circle.
Bam 6'9" though. He's 6'9". Joel and
7-footers.
Vic not
Brook
doing that.
Lopez is probably the one.
Right, absolutely right.
Vic not doing that.
Wemby's definitely doing that.
Oh yeah, that's why. Again, that's why I'm
exactly,
saying
like
if
they
could, they would. Sabonis did it.
You need that. No, in today's game, you literally need that to be a
Jalen Duren does not do it.
Is he on Jokic's level? Is he on Embiid's level?
He was an all-star, right?
Is he on their level, Tone? Yes or no?
Bill Russell was on Kareem's level.
Come on, let's move on. Let's over.
Who got the most rings in NBA history? Who got the most rings in NBA history? Who got more rings than Kareem? Who got more rings than Wilt?
SGA is not even the best scorer in the league right now.
That's because Kevin Durant still plays.
True.
SGA is not even the second best scorer in the league right now.
Okay, who are you?
And he's not 2.
Who are you referring to?
He's not better than KD, and he is not better than Luka Doncic when it comes to scoring the basketball.
Conversation.
That's fair. Luka, yeah, you know what? Luka should have been in this conversation, but I was thinking more legends. But yeah, he's not. No, I think Luka's a better scorer than him.
I
will say this: that I don't think he's a more pure scorer than Kevin Durant, but I do think he's a more pure scorer than Kevin Durant right now.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All I'm saying is, bro, y'all crazy. Y'all don't think Kareem would have a 3-point, bro. Y'all crazy.
Call me crazy.
I'm sorry, bro.
Or
if he would, bro. There's no, bro. Y'all sit here saying if Kareem played,
Ralph Sampson shot the 3-ball better than Kareem did back in the day. Ralph Sampson was 7'4".
If Kareem was born in 2000, he's not shooting no threes. If he
didn't have to. He didn't have
exactly because that wasn't his game, bro.
So he didn't. Okay, then. So why am I gonna the same way Giannis Antetokounmpo plays in today's NBA, the same way everyone else plays in today's NBA? You gonna tell me that Giannis wouldn't average 35 if he could shoot the 3-ball? He wouldn't have to drive to the basket.
Giannis came in the league with a 3 and he lost it.
Giannis never had a 3-pointer. We watched him during the summer.
His first couple of seasons. His first couple of seasons.
Paul was sitting there having a conversation. It was Giannis shooting against practice players and playing against his friends. Giannis had a
Yeah.
three-pointer. And then as soon as
Yeah.
the NBA started, it made
It's past Unk's bed. It's past Unk's bedtime. He's spouting a whole lot of nonsense right now.
Maul, Maul,
we
Maul, you remember that summer? Maul, you
need to
remember
get
that
him to
summer?
bed.
You was talking about
We
Giannis
need
gonna
to-
come in the game shooting three, and I said, no, he not. No, he not.
We need. Listen,
did.
I'm writing this paper right now. I might have to throw Tone in there for some dementia tips right now because he's forgetting everything that's happening in the NBA.
What's
And
the
that's
highest 3-point percentage Giannis has ever had in his career?
Stand by. Okay, this is the last. This is the last thing we got. Okay, hold on. Giannis, the highest
playing in today's game where he has averaged. Hasn't he averaged the most
And he
points in the
still
league
shoots
before?
threes. You act like the man don't shoot threes at all.
No, he doesn't have a scoring title. He's never had a scoring title.
But I'm saying you're giving Kareem. You're just giving this to Kareem. Why would Giannis, who plays in today's game, who is a proficient scorer, why would he not add that to his bag?
So his career high.
It's not just because it's not no 40% clip, 6-7 times a game. Don't
So
mean
then why am I going to add? Why would we be having the conversation then?
Because you need it today. Duran is going to realize.
Being prolific three-level
Jalen
scores,
Duran
the
is going to
best
realize.
ever. If Kareem is shooting 22% from the three, I don't care. I don't care if he added it to his bag.
Okay. Listen, fellas. Just want you guys to know, you guys are all amazing. This was a fantastic conversation.
Giannis came into the league shooting 35% from the three his rookie year, but
shooting 1.5, right?
Shooting. Why does that matter? You asked me what he shot.
Bro.
You asked me
why
what he shot.
Does it matter?
Bro, you act like he said. You act like I'm saying Kareem got to shoot 10 threes a game, bro.
I'm saying, why are we having the conversation if you're not shooting it effectively or shooting what they're shooting right now? If he's shooting 1.5 3-pointers per game, why are we talking about it?
You brought it up. You, Tone, you brought it. You brought it up.
He just said Kareem.
And you brought up Giannis.
You brought it up.
And Giannis can shoot the three just because he's not busting the whole 5-8 every night.
Which means he's not a proficient 3-point scorer. That's what
you brought it up. He's shooting 33% this year.
Bro, I'm not saying Kareem.
Bro, he played 27 games.
Bro,
and shot
Kareem
1.5
if Kareem played today, he would be able to make a 3-pointer. And he
so MJ, when he was shooting 1.5 a game and averaging 30%, that doesn't matter.
Dave Cowens camp when I was 11 years old.
That doesn't matter.
Right? Dave Cowens was shooting from half
way
court.
Back in
free
79,
throws. Huh? Dave Cowens played earlier than Kareem did. So do I think that Kareem was capable of shooting the three? Yes, but he wasn't shooting it in the games. Dave Cowens wasn't shooting it in the game.
You just contradicted yourself again.
The three ain't become popular until like the 90s for real.
MJ was shooting 1.5 a game and he was averaging 30%. So why is it different from the Giannis situation?
And you literally just said, how Jordan would develop a three if he played today. Love y'all.
Like y'all keep picking what points y'all want.
No. Because you got this criteria and you got that one.
Get us out of here.
We just ate them up. Get us out of here. No pause.
Okay. Listen, I'm so happy.
Hold on, Tyson. There's definitely a pause. Definitely a pause in there.
Hold on. I just want to put. You guys made me so happy. This conversation was everything I could have asked for.
And you know what, Gumo, a big F you for not competing in this conversation because you little snake. All right, you little gremlin that you are.
No, we go get them, y'all. After this.
Oh yeah,
there y'all go, bro. I want to hear y'all, bro.
And that's cool and all, but this is called the Gumball Sports Machine. They want to hear from Gumball.
Hey! This is no. This is our show. This is
our show in which you are also a participant. You bastard!
That was
he definitely knew what he was doing.
I thought the conversation was better that way than with
I'm mad we didn't bring Devin Booker into the situation.
All right. Well, that was hurtful.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that
shout out to the Suns too tonight. They fell short.
I didn't even say anything. Why am I getting straight?
Oh.
No, because you want to rage bait and then just sit back and
Yeah.
laugh.
What?
And then just sit back here and chuckle.
Shouldn't
Say
get you.
anything. I
Shut
see. There y'all go. See, there y'all go, bro. Y'all gonna make me cry, bro.
That's what we do.
Yeah, bro. I didn't say nothing, and I'm catching hate.
Why
What
you
am I
didn't
catching
mention
hate?
Devin Booker? Oh, because
Devin Booker
nowhere
ain't
near
in
it.
he ain't in this conversation. I love Devin Booker. He's my
Why
favorite
is he
player of
not
all
in
time.
this conversation?
He's not in the scoring conversation with SGA and Kevin Durant and Michael Jordan and LeBron James. He's absolutely not in that conversation.
He's an efficient level scorer.
He absolutely is. He absolutely is. But
From three levels.
he is. He absolutely is. But he's not
from
on the same level.
three
as you, like,
separate levels.
he is one of the best 3-level scorers in the game right now. But he's not in the same conversation as SGA. As much as I love Devin Booker, he has been over the past week, but not right now. Not right now. Since you guys since you guys just want to hear me poo-poo on my favorite player, that's okay. I'm real. I love Devin Booker. But you guys want to hear me hate on Devin Booker. I ain't never gonna hate on Devin Booker. That's my
And listen,
dog.
all I'm gonna say is that SGA ain't even better than D Wade. I'll leave it at that.
Hold on. Better scorer or better player?
Both.
Yo, nasty. You just threw all of your points out the window. Every point you might have scored, you just threw them out the window quick.
Both.
Yeah. Player, I'll give you. Player, I'll give you.
SGA not even a better scorer than Bam Adebayo because SGA don't have an 83-point game.
No, let me guess. Tatum's the better scorer because he could average 35 if he put his mind to it.
Who's the better?
I wouldn't say that.
Who is the better scorer? SGA or Tatum?
One of those. All right now, SGA.
Okay.
Right now. Keywords. Right now.
He did say right now.
We going. What I'm going off of?
Of all time.
Where's
of
the
all time.
goalpost?
And
the goalpost is
in terms of their career. Who's the better scorer?
Same draft, right?
No. SGA was 2 years after. No, he was
1
year after. 1 year after Tatum.
I would say that to me that might be tougher than I thought about it initially because
no, it is not.
Okay, real quick.
Jason Tatum has the most playoff points since he's been in the league. When is the best basketball played?
Okay, hold on, Tone. Tatum or SGA?
Damn, I'm gonna say SGA right now though. I'm gonna say SGA.
The fact that you had to think about it is crazy.
Why? If I take Jaylen Brown off of the Celtics, I think Tatum averages 34 points. But I have never seen it, so it's hard for me to argue.
All right, y'all. Let's get us out of here. We love y'all, man.
Thank
y'all for watching.
Thank you all.
No,
for
I'm
watching.
doing the intro, Maul.
I'm sorry.
You sit there and be quiet. You let us run the show, right? Yeah. Never mind. I'm sorry. That was aggressive. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's okay, D'Lo. I was kind of no, never mind. I was gonna be all right. Well, that was gonna be violent, not violent, aggressive. I don't know. I'm gonna be quiet and do the outro. Thank you all for watching. Thank you so much for all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I told these boys that SGA conversation was going to be a good one. Please let us know if you agree with what we said. If you disagree with what we said, please let us know in the comments. Let us all the hates, all the aggression, all the positivity, whatever it is. Thank you all for watching once again. As I always say, if nobody else is going to tell you, I love you, you matter, and you have a purpose. Strive for happiness and be grateful for what you have instead of for what you don't. And Tone, if you could
like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your mothers, cousins, aunties, sisters, husbands, nephew to join the team, man. GSM squad.
It's a great squad to be a part of. Just ask these boys. The past 20 minutes was a bad example because they all hate each other, but most of the time great.
I enjoyed that.
That was a great conversation.
I love being right.
Okay. All right. Well, that was a great conversation. But yes, like my OG, like my dog said, please go ahead and hit that like button, tap that subscribe button. And if you don't mind, go ahead and just following all of our social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, YouTube. We post all the time on those social media platforms. So go ahead and follow those social medias. And but for my boy, my dog, the man we call Flip Salas, David Largo, D'Lo, aka co-host D'Lo. for the expert analysis when it comes to basketball and football. There's nobody that knows more. There's nobody that brings more expertise and analyzation to the show that we could possibly have other than Killer Kyson as he has made his return. So happy to have him back. And of course, for my dog, my OG, and the man we like to call the generalizer, we got triple OG Tone there in the bottom left. We got all the wisdom coming from him. And for yours truly, Jamal Gumo, aka
Ain't a whole
Gumball,
lot of wisdom this
AKA
episode.
No, not this one.
Yeah,
Not this one.
aka Mr. Gumo. And as I always say, it is nice to be important, but it is much more important to be nice. Go make somebody smile today. I love you. We'll see you all this week.
Peace.
I'm out.